Alright folks, welcome. SlycemGaming, and I am live, ready to rock and roll. Hopefully we can get things going, and here goes the fun times. Alright, so what's going on tonight? Well, I can tell you what's going on tonight. We got a lot of different things going on, but the big things, of course, is AQ. Got to get in the AQ, got to get that done, and that's where we're heading right out the gate. Hey, what's up? It's No Life. Good seeing you, man. So AQ and, of course, gonna get in the arena, get that taken care of. Alright, so AQ is looking solid. We are making solid progress. We've done our torturous part. Now it's time for the more relaxed side of things, map 5. Hopefully it's not too bad. So, though it has wreaked some havoc on some people today, the game has been a bit buggy, glitchy, problematic, whatever you'd like to call it. So, hey, what's up, Caleb? Give me in 1 second, guys. I started to read off the list of names, and then I got caught. I saw Caleb. I called Sammy. I saw Marcus. Who else? It's No Life. There's a Willow. Yeah, that's right. I'm reading. AQing. That's how we roll around here sometimes. Don't tell my alliance. I might get in trouble. I'll talk to the big boss. Hopefully he's in a good mood. Sometimes he can be a real shankopotamus, though. Alright, power lock him. I'll take that. Whoop! Toasted. Alright, King Kush, first or Nut. He says, I wasn't. Marcus, Yeetmaster, Smokey, 815. Man, yeah, the boss rush should be pretty easy for the rewards. We'll see. What's up, Dicer? Good seeing you last Spartan. Bro2D2, Unstable Man, Adam Marco. Good golly. Adam Marco says, just starting, already a thumbs down. Stop pissing off people. Slice them, LOL. Yeah, no, I agree. It's No Life. I think I don't. Boss rush doesn't look like it's going to be too crazy, but we'll see. What's up, Mimi guy? Meme guy? Mimi, whatever. Caleb, you're going to be answering to me if the big boss. Don't like what you have to say, Slice. Hey, my bad. I'll make sure I'm good. Well, here's the good news. So, I got to playing around with Streamlabs and stuff like that. So, I've added a new little feature. I think it's going to be cool. It's Stream Boss. So, apparently, every time we get a new subscriber, the boss loses health. Every time there's a donation, there's another amount of health that gets taken off. I've got the health set fairly low. I think it's like 10,000. And it's like so many points for every donation, so many for every dollar in the donation. There's another set of points for the... Okay, we're going to let this region just kick in. Something else. Now I'm forgetting. Darn it. I really thought I'd catch him coming in. I think I lost all my regen. Jeez. I was like, oh, what's this? I'm going to be smart. I'll sit back and let my regen do its thing. Oh, this is going to be a good one, though. Perfect. Thank you. All right. King says I'm all 6s and 7s. Not real sure what that means. Mephisto won't be as hard with the new Iceman I'm getting, says Bro2D2. Seems like there's a lot of people grinding that Iceman, man. I'm hoping the pool stays big. That's the key. If the pool stays big, I think we're going to be okay. So let's hope the pool stays high and full of water, and everybody can get in there and swim and get themselves an Iceman. Hey, what's up, Jordan? Good seeing you there, man. Yeah, I agree. The outline for these 6 stars do look cool. I mean, look, Kabam does a lot of things right. They just also do a lot of little things wrong. You know, if they would just clean things up just a tad, take care of their customer relations a lot better, that would be probably #1. They need a good customer relations team. Outside of that, though, I mean, the game's fun. I enjoy it. I hate whenever it's buggy, but Oh, BS. But outside of that, I mean, come on, I enjoy the game. It's one of the few games that I can sit around and just sit here and play. Now, I will. We will see how I feel about that in these upcoming weeks, as 5-3 is done. I really don't have much left to do, so that's going to be the big thing. We'll see. Unstable Man saying 7.5 million. King Kish saying it's too cold in that pool. Brr. Yeah, it's no life. I agree. 100% in AQ, map 6, both days. We smashed it out of the park. I was super thrilled about that as well. Caleb's got Iceman as a 5-star. I don't blame you, man. I don't have a desire to grind either. Spartan saying, hey, listen, everybody. If you ain't in the pool, get the bikinis on. It's time to get in, baby. Dicer saying, take 9 reference? Kush? What? Spidey Miles does not smash Mephisto. Stop it. Don't tell these people fake information. This is how bored I've been. You ready? I'm doing these quests just to get the extra fragments. I keep forgetting to turn on my auto attack. I almost grabbed the wrong Mountain Dew. Ugh. Spartan threatening Marcus. Okay, I can see that, Kush. That's what I like about my Spidey. Makes sense. I'll give it to you. Hey, fair enough, Kush. I understand. So anyway, so now that we've added this chat boss, I'm trying to decide what I want to do every time the boss dies. You know, I'm not a big fan of giveaways, but I think I'm going to do some sort of giveaway, and I don't know what it's going to be yet. Maybe it'll be energy refill or refills, Alliance health potions, maybe Alliance revives. I don't know, but there's going to be something. I don't know what it'll be, but every time the raid boss dies, every time the chat boss dies, somebody, you know, out of the people that helped get it there or whatever, out of all the other individuals, I'm going to figure out a system. I'm not big about giving things away, but this is one that I'm going to do. So you guys have to help me stay on it, and we're going to figure it out together as a team. So, and again, it's like, I think it's like, hold on, let me look, and I can tell you exactly what it is. All right, donations, subscriber, sponsors, and super chats. So we got, you know, if somebody new subscribes, it takes off so much damage. Per super chat, another set. Per sponsor, and then damage per dollar per donation. So it can ramp up pretty quick. And this is going to be a test run. We'll run it. We'll see what it's like. And see how it does. And if the hit points are too much, do we need to bring it down? Matter of fact, let's do that. King Kush and Mark, I'll cut you with an AOL disc. I know exactly what an AOL disc is. Man, I can remember those things like they were yesterday. Alright, I'm going to change his health. I'm going to drop the stream boss's health. Alright. Got it set. He's there. Uh-oh. Alright, so the stream boss is set. The health total is out there. And we'll see what happens. Check line quick, Sly. Alright, Caleb, I'm checking it. Quickly. Oh, yeah. See, it's a good thing you reminded me. Yep, that's my kiddo, Kush. She's awesome. And a beast. She's kind of scary. She's pretty mean. What's up, Rain? Not much, man. I was just telling all the guys, and I'll explain it as the night continues to go, so everybody knows. So I've added a new little fun component. Added a fun new little component to the chat, to the stream. It's called Stream Boss. Essentially, for every time there's a new subscriber, a new donation, a new super chat, anything like that, or a new sponsor, the Stream Boss gets hit with damage, and I'm gonna do some sort of giveaway every time the Stream Boss dies. You know, we'll get a new. There'll be a giveaway to go with it. And, you know, maybe we'll do whoever was here, plus if you donated or if you did something to the boss. You know, so many extra opportunities to win the prize, I guess I should say. Alright, I got some energy burned down. Hey, what's up, Mel? Good seeing you, sweetheart. Alright, to the arena. I don't want to do the arena, but that's what there is for me now. Arena time. Come on, arena. So I'm at 5,000 in Iceman. I got 12 hours. Alright, I better help all you fellers out. Let's do it this way. Kush saying we got 21 people watching. If we get 15 likes, I will RNG a number between 1 and 100 for an energy refill. I'm getting in the pool, Spartan. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I gotta get my grind on anyway. Gonna be a little grind-a-rooney. I'm gonna assume probably notifications didn't go out thanks to YouTube and its lovely new process of not sending out my notifications. Alright, so this run alone should get us over. 10. Oh, I gotta get to 150. Jeez. Spartan, you better be glad I like you. And everyone else. Captain Bravo says, I'm currently in the pool with 6.3 million points. Mel saying, Kush, you should just send me a refill to my main. Look at her. Probably batting those eyes and everything. She knows. She knows what's going on. If we don't get past 15 likes, Kush, don't worry. We're just going to end it and go home. Whoop. King Kush. Mel, did you like the video? Yeah, Mel. Did you hit the thumbs up button? Yeah, it's not a matter of how many matches. It's the fact that I gotta use up characters I don't want to. Give him that electro. Unstable. I just dislike video. Blaming King Kush. I hear he's a good person to blame. Not that I would know. I would never blame King Kush for anything, but I hear he's a good person to blame. Alright, another one down. Real Deal says, Sly, you are alive. That's cool. Thought you offed yourself after those 5.3 reward pools. Not gonna lie, it was pretty depressing. Not gonna lie. It's kind of those things where you start to question yourself in life. Alright, well, I'm jobless. I'm trying to make YouTube make me money. And I pulled that? Are you kidding me? That's about how I felt. Rain says, Sly, are you looking forward to the Boss Rush Challenge? I am. I think it'll be fun. I don't think it'll be... As much as I want to say I don't think it'll be too bad, something tells me it'll be bad. I think these things are going to be amped up. I think there's going to be some serious mistakes probably made with them. You know, people seem to forget that they're going to have adrenaline. And I forget what what is an automatic heal for them? You know, after every damage, if they hit you within a certain time span, they can re-heal themselves. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people are gonna they forgot about that kind of weird, crazy stuff. I still think it's very doable. The rewards are the rewards. You know, I've heard some people say they like them. I've heard some say they don't. So who knows? You know, I guess anything is possible, but to me, it just doesn't make much sense. We'll see. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping it's awesome. It's good times, and everybody enjoys it. So. Give me a second. Just looking through a couple things. Okay. Nothing too exciting to really report on. Anna Marco says, oh, Rain says, hint, don't block me with your face on this one. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Interstellar says, I thought in a post they said no adrenaline. Oh, maybe they did. I don't know, Interstellar. I didn't get a chance to read it. I know Frojo did a game break on it. I haven't had a chance to watch it. Again, the joys of being in between jobs is my wife has decided to give me a job every day around the house. You know? So I think, oh, I got this time or that time, and it's like, oh, hey, let's do this or let's do that. Which I'm perfectly fine with. So it's good getting to see him, so. Spartan says that 5-hour emergency maintenance cost me hood. Still peeved about that. Yep. Yeah, I agree, Adam Marco. Adam Marco says, I'm looking forward to the bug and exploitation of the new event. And the 5-hour emergency maintenance to fix it. I can tell you this. I've already got my exploiter title. I don't need another one, so I'll set that one out. That's you know, one exploiter title is enough for me. I pretty proud of it, and it's over. So on to the next thing. Rain, hashtag SlycemWifeBoss, hashtag SlycemTest the ice bucket. Wrong. No more ice buckets. Interstellar says exploit title. Yep. You can figure it out. The 18th, I believe, Bro2D2. Bro2 says, when's this boss battle thingy meant to arrive? Looks like it's going to arrive on October the 18th, so we got 7 days. Seven days to get your mind right, get ready for it. 6 stars are going to be right here. Living large. Have Bro2D2, dang it. Have a whole bunch of revives expiring. Well, that's a good thing, Bro2. That means you haven't died a lot. Just go out there and block with your face a little for fun. And get it done. Bulldoggernaut makes it in here. He says, sure like to know why I don't get notifications anymore. I wish I knew why nobody got notifications anymore. It annoys the bejesus out of me. That's why I type it in all the chats that I can, and at that point I have no choice but to just go live and hope that everybody shows up. Anna Marco says YouTube doesn't like you. I don't know, man. YouTube's odd. It's been so bad here recently with this. Ooh, my back is so jacked. Hey, Willow says, I got one today. Well, good. I'm glad you got one today. Interstellar said, I got a notification about Slicem on Twitch, but none on YouTube. Oh, Interstellar, I'm glad you found me from Twitch. That's good. I'll do a horrible job about remembering to check over there. Oh, boy. Proc the hill, please. Yeah, let that gun go crazy. Really? That's all I got out of all those? There's the hill I was hoping would proc. Alright. Let's see. Interstellar says there needs to be a new streaming platform that is similar to YouTube but without all the negative stuff. Yeah, don't disagree. Drovey Taker, slice him with a butcher knife. How you doing, man? I'm doing all right, man. I am getting in the arena, gonna get in the Iceman pool, and after that, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I agree, Kush. Facebook streaming seems to be a promising thing. We'll kind of see where it goes. We've looked at starting to push our stream over there as well. Sly with Champer, you're taking a rank 4 to help that Spidey. I don't know, Rain. I'm still stuck. I'm really still stuck. I'm stuck trying to decide which way to go. Whether it's, you know, do I take Captain Marvel, wait and see if Captain Marvel gets duped for a little bit longer? Do I wait and see about who I believe is going to be MODOK, thanks to Frojo and all his hard work and effort with Killer Green and the rest of the teams coming back from NYCC? Do I wait and go for what appears to be MODOK in December? You know, it's not that far away. Just build up a ton of shards and go for him. You know, I've got the Science Awakening gem. I take that back. I've got 2 Science Awakening gems now and a Science Rank Up gem. So why not? Why wouldn't I wait for a good science champion, you know? I don't know. I know I'm still salty about it all. I can tell you that. Okay, let's see something here. Where am I at? In the A-Bomb Arena. Okay. Let's go get this over 15 real quick. So I can start figuring out who I can use and who I can't, when and where. What's up, Silver? Good seeing you, man. He says, okay, I'm here watching the boy. What's up, Silver? Good to see you, man. Supernova saying MODOK is tech, though. I don't think he will be. I don't know. Interstellar is saying, so Facebook over Twitch? If so, what reasons? I haven't messed with it. I've just heard a lot of people say good things about it, so I'm curious to see. Hey, what's up, Night Raider? Good seeing you, man. Be mutant. I don't think he's going to be a mutant. Ooh, went in way too soon. And again, guys, don't forget, we did add the new stream boss, so every time there's a new subscriber, a new sponsor, donation, anything like that, the boss's health goes down. If we kill the boss as a team, we'll have some sort of giveaway. Not real sure what yet, but we'll start figuring it out. So far, I haven't had to worry about it, obviously. Okay, I was a little worried about that. Whew. Get myself out of the corner. There we go. Mel says, 29 watching, only 8 likes. Yikes. Marcus saying he's going to be mutant. Stop it, Marcus. You crazy. Kush says, now we're up to 30. There's Rain saying, what's up, Kush? Kush offering to give away just a free energy refill just out there. Throw it out there for anybody. If we get to, what is it, 15 likes? If we don't get to 15 likes, that's kind of sad. You're dead, Cyclops. Get out of here. Hey, Mel says, I need an energy pack. Like the stream. Get on it. Get on it. Hit that like button, King Kush, giving away energy. And Bulldog, if you're available to join the call, man, let me know. We'll get you in here and get things rocking. I didn't mean to do whatever it was it just did, but I don't think it's really going to matter. Alright, as I expected, didn't matter. Alright, and the grind time is for real. Grinding away. Hopefully we can get some work done here. Bulldog saying get down on it. I think that means he's good for a phone call, I think. What's up, Imperious? There's Nate. Night Rider saying Kush, Pool, and Oprah and give everybody energy. Oh, boy.
Oh, hang on. I wondered why I didn't hear it ringing. I just saw it pop up on my screen. And then I'm like, okay, now I'm not hearing anything. And I looked down and my headphone was unplugged. I'm like, wait, is there something wrong? Did I change a setting or something? And then I'm like following the cable and I'm like, oh, geez. Yeah, that's probably it.
That happens sometimes, you know?
Yeah, I did a live stream. I unplug it when I do a live stream just so I don't get because I have my sound going to both the speaker and the headphone, and it hangs right by the mic. That's what was causing that weird echo we were getting the first couple of days. So I just forgot to plug it back in.
I got you.
Oh, man, I really wish I had been able to go after Iceman, but I'm just now playing today. You know, I did a little bit of AQ, and that's about all I've had the time for.
Right.
Yeah, well, it was just bad timing. I really should have busted my hump last time. You know, I forgot that my wife was on vacation these 3 days. That just killed it, dude. Like, literally. We didn't get home today. Like, she had me pick her up in the middle of the day and take her to – she went to a massage, and then I had to pick her up after. cards, and she went, and we had to go do this and that, and then we had to eat, you know what I mean? And the next thing, then you got to walk the dogs, and now it's 9:28. So,
Yep.
and I've been up since like 5 something, so I'm probably gonna crash, in an hour or two. So it was just bad timing. I'm just gonna have to, I got Archangel from a crystal. Every good champ I've got, I pulled from a crystal, so I'll get him eventually.
See?
I just wish I had him for this boss rush. I'm really worried about dealing with like that Mephisto.
I don't know. I think people will be fine. It'll be interesting to see how it is. I don't know.
I think we were going to put King up against Spartan, weren't we?
No, Spartan and Smoke are racing.
Spartan and Smoke Man, that's right. Me and Chid. And then we got to find someone for King.
Yeah, it's a very valid question. Who would King pair?
Maybe we could get the real deal.
Oh, yep. And here you go. Imperious one says bring Quake for Mephisto and put concussion on him.
Yeah, that'd be great if I had Quake.
What?
She's the only science champ I don't have. I have every other science champ except Quake.
Don't you know everybody has Quake? Anybody has Quake.
Yep, never pulled her. I pulled Star-Lord 15 times. Pulled Nightcrawler 12.
Not as a 5-star though.
No, as a 4-star. Yeah, as a 5-star, I've gotten him once. Yeah. So technically, I've pulled him 16 times. Yeah. 15 as a 4-star, 1 as a 5-star. But I'm literally one more dupe away from another 5-star. There's no features I'm interested in going after. I don't want Sparky, so I'm gonna give it another shot. Probably do it on one of the morning streams too. Those have been really good to me.
There you go.
For openings.
I'm telling you, it's got to do with the time. I think I'm gonna refuse to open crystals late at night anymore.
Same here, man. Like, I pulled my 4-star Punisher at the end of a 7 a.m. stream, duped my Archangel at the end of a 7 a.m. stream. I'm not opening crap at night anymore. Yeah. Although, we've had we've gotten some 4-stars out of Grandmasters and stuff, but...
Yeah. By the way, I did want to say this. Shout out to everybody. We did it. 2,000 subscribers. Pretty excited about that. Super glad that's over with. We're over 2,000. It's done. Now the march to 3 begins. It's kind of crazy now. It's like I'm really weird. Maybe I set up like these goals of like individuals that I want to catch. I'm like, okay, well, we've caught so and so. Now who are we gonna catch next? Who are we gonna get next? Who are we gonna get next? And the goal is to just constantly be catching the next person. So we've passed a lot of people. So it's been kind of funny to watch the channel grow, and I can't say it enough. You guys have been awesome making that happen. So it's
as a certain YouTuber has said to me several times, if you stream it, they will come. You put out a good product, and the people will show up. There's a lot of bad product out there. There's a lot of mediocre product. You build the better mousetrap, and the world will beat a path to your door, as they say.
Yeah, what Bulldog said, but basically, awesome job. We're at 2,000 subscribers, and Bulldog did. I don't know if you got to hear or not, but did you hear about what I did? The new little fun game we're bringing to
the Stream Boss.
Yes, I've never seen this.
That. Yes.
And I was playing around inside Streamlabs the other day, and I was like, man, there's got to be some more cool stuff that we can do. So I got to playing with it, and apparently, so now every time there's a new subscriber or donation, sponsor, anything like that, like the boss will flash on the screen. Nice. It'll flash up. It has a health bar, and it just slowly ticks away until the point of death. So
that is really cool. Is Streamlabs a free program?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to get that. I figured I just wasn't going to worry about any of that stuff until, I was a couple hundred subscribers, I haven't even uploaded a picture yet. Most of the people that show are, just like friends from the SlycemGaming streams. So right. I figure I'll worry about that stuff later. I'm really questioning my decision to be running 2 accounts at this point. I'm doing well. I've been finishing in the top, 1 or 2 in AQ. With my alt account, and I am kind of excited about maybe duping some of these good champs I've got, like Hulk and Wolverine, and making it even better. But then at the same time, it's like every time I'm doing something on this account, it's taking time away from building my main. But then once I finish 5-3, there's not a whole lot left. I haven't done ROL with my alt. I haven't finished Act 4, much less 100%ed it. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn.
I can tell you
Streamlabs can be buggy at times, so watch out. Thanks for the warning.
Yeah, I can tell you this. The game becomes drastically different, I guess. Because, I finished 5-3. I'm done, 100%.
Right.
I've got one path of LOL. Done. It was a horrible experience, but it's done. Outside of doing more paths inside LOL,
you're out of stuff to do.
And doing 5-2 just to finish 5-2, the rewards are not that good, so I don't really care.
Right.
There's not much left to do.
5-2 is a piece of crap, that's for sure.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like, arena, and AQ.
But going after more champs? Yeah, exactly. Well, they're going to roll out that, they're bringing out the boss rush.
Right.
Is that the new thing? Or is there also going to be like a Batista-type challenge, or is boss rush the thing that we've been waiting on?
I think boss rush is the thing we've been waiting on.
Ah, come on. Every month needs to have a Batista-style challenge. Plain and simple. Because there are so many of us that just blow through heroic, master, and normal within the first 4 or 5 days of the event, And then, like you said, once you've done 5-2, 5-3, if you finish 5-3, 5-2 is not worth the effort. What are you supposed to do with yourself? Yeah, it's like, okay, you make your AQ move. You maybe, that's, I think, why a lot of people have a second account or play other games. My friends have been trying to get me into Warframe because it's got a new update coming out. I've got friends that run a Rust server and things like that now that I have a working computer with a good graphics card. But I don't know. I've still got work to do. I haven't done any of LOL, and I still have 5-3 to 100%. I haven't even finished it, so I at least have content to do. But yeah, I was thinking about that too today when you finished.
Haitian says you guys go through energy refills like crazy.
Pretty much. It's the best way to use units, in my opinion, outside of your masteries.
I really don't go through them that often. The only reason I've went through any at all here lately is going after that legend title. And I can tell you this. I'm going to figure it out. Now, like Riddle said, basically you got going to get legendary and 5-4. Yeah, we got the new little deal coming out. Apparently there's going to be a Thor deal coming out next month with Thor. So it looks like we'll have like a Bautista-type challenge again. And, so it's kind of like my new focus is legendary title and just stockpiling champions, stockpiling anything cool, I don't know. It changes the way the game looks and a lot of things to be done with that. So we'll see what happens and kind of go from there.
Yep. Oh.
Let's see here. Oh, there was Derek. He snuck in here. Keep up the great work, my dude. Thanks, Derek. I appreciate it, man. Robotics says over 9,000.
Yeah, it's the Yu-Gi-Oh reference or Dragon Ball Z. I think it's Dragon Ball Z. He's over 9,000.
I gotcha.
I think it's DBZ. Yeah.
I missed a couple. What's up, Omega Mutant? Sorry, I had my head buried in my phone.
Haitian Refugee called it. The boss challenge, the boss rush is a 6-star beta test for Kabam, so they could test it for free.
It is. It's exactly what it is. Guys, get your guests in. Guys, get your guests in. Get your guests in. That's King Kush giving away an energy refill for the 15 likes. First one to guess the number gets the energy refill. Look at these numbers fly up. Imperius says too much work for one energy refill. Look at the guesses. Look at the guesses. Spartan saying 420. I think that's a little out of the number range there, Spartan.
420. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Remember Electric Company?
Spartan got it?
Spartan got it. 22? If it better not be 22, because I said 22 a while ago.
Oh no, he was saying 420. Haitian said
Oh,
that.
we got the joke. Okay. I was going to say, because I said 222 a little while ago. That was the first number I guessed, as a matter of fact.
Where's my Drax? Oh, there he is. I was about to be like, did Kabam take my Drax? What happened? I found him. Okay. King Kush fell asleep, I think. I don't think he's actually wrote down a number.
The benefit of being a mod.
I think that's being unfair, Bulldog. I think that's being unfair. Bulldog's disqualified.
I don't need it anyway. It was just fun. I was like, oh, wait, I'm a mod. I can post as much as I want. Rude.
What's up, Z-Master?
Hey, if it's worth a laugh, if it gets a laugh, it's not rude. That's just the law.
Imperius says, just give it to someone.
Black Bulldog, if Frojo was here, he would have timed me out for sure. I just did it because it was funny.
Oh my, he goes, there goes your wrench. Haha. Kush goes, yeah, they move so fast. That's what you get, Kush.
You just got franked, like Filthy Frank? Oh, pranked. It's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank, bro.
All right. There's no way that this number hasn't been guessed. And if it hasn't been guessed
thus far.
And if nobody's guessed it, well, dang it, get the closest number to it. Oh my gosh. Kush, you're horrible
what
at this.
What didn't tell you is it actually has a decimal point, so it's like 3.
Guys, I don't understand. It was 4.5. Why did nobody guess this number? I don't understand.
All right, guess a number between 1 and 2 to the nearest 10,000th place.
Yeah.
Is it 1.34159? Pi.
3.14.
Yeah, that's 3.14. That's what I meant. 3.141. Okay. I think it's 3.14159. My wife got me on Pi Day. She got me a T-shirt that said "Day of the Century Pi Day," and then it had like pi to 10 digits. It was really cute because my wife does not support any nerd stuff that I do or science or anything like that. So it was really nice to see her go out of her comfort zone and buy me something nerdy.
All right, we're done. From King Kush up, find the number closest to 30. Jeez. I got a 36.
Yeah, I thought it would have been 42, which is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Or a 69, because everybody's a juvenile and finds that funny.
That's a good one. 34.
Just puck someone. Melika says, just puck someone.
Just puck them. 33. 33 is the closest I've seen so far. And I'm going up, so if I see it...
Yeah,
closer,
42, exactly.
33 again, so right now, Real Deal in the lead at number 33.
Yeah, see, there you go. King Kush gets it. Right on. Same thing with Omega Mutant. But it was the ultimate question to life, the universe, and everything. I've given it a lot of thought. It was Helen Mirren played Deep Thought in the movie. That was really cute.
All right, Caleb. Sorry, currently Caleb is the closest. All right, it looks like Caleb. Caleb is the winner, the closest to it that fired it off first. If you go back to the beginning, he guessed number 33. From what I see, about 4 guesses in. So. Spartan saying Unstable Man guessed 29. I didn't see that, but oh well. Double check it, make it sure it's right, get them their stuff, and rock on. All right, let's get things going. I'm grinding this arena, trying to get some milestones in me.
Me too.
Got to get in the pool for Iceman for everyone else.
Yeah, I'm there already. I'm at like 1.1. I'm just going to get to the milestone since I got no shot at the actual champ, which is a total bummer. But maybe I'll get lucky and get him out of a 4-star soon.
Anything is possible.
You never know. Hey, exactly. Never thought I'd get my hands on that 4-star Punisher, man.
Yep. That's awesome.
It was great on duping the Archangel too. You know, I'm gonna start putting stones into him because his PI is pretty good, I think, right?
Yeah. Archangel?
Yeah, I need to look at the PI list because, like, I was looking at, I was thinking about skill advancement is on. I was thinking about taking my 5-star Hawkeye to rank 2, because he's duped. He's my only other duped 5-star. But I've already got a 440 duped Hawkeye, so I'm like, I mean, he's useful, but I really am at the point where I need to be making PI based decisions.
It's all about that prestige at this point.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of thinking about Phoenix, just because she's such a high prestige once I get a 3rd Cosmic. I've got like 40 map 5 crystals. I got 30 some odd shard crystals. So I was like thinking at the end of this AQ. I went ahead and took Star-Lord to rank 3, because I had that T4 tech cap that was about to expire.
Oh, uh-huh.
So I took 3 of them, and I'm about to make another one. So even after taking them up, I'll still have 7 left.
Nice.
Which is enough to take anybody anywhere, so.
Well, the great news is if I pull any science champion ever worth anything, I have 2.
Hell, if you pull 2 of them,
yeah, I've got 2 awakening gems.
I could not believe that, dude. I only watched basically after you pulled the 5-star awakening gem.
Yeah.
I had to turn it off. You like went silent, and I was just like, I couldn't take it for you. I was just like, I was floored.
I've never came so close to crying on stream.
Oh yeah, dude. I would have raged. That's for sure. I would have pulled. Did you see Seaton's Analyzer movie trailer?
No.
He put together. It's like a movie trailer. It's one man. It's like you would see in the movies, and it's Analyzer opening those. Are you kidding me? And the title of the movie was F you kabam. Like, because Analyzer at one point just like leans down into the mic and goes, F you. Yeah, but he says the word.
Yeah.
You kabam. It's pretty funny. It's only like 40 seconds long, but it shows him like open each one, and as his heart just sinks lower and lower and lower, and he's like, I deserve this. That's how I felt too. Having all the resources and the 5-star awakening gem, I was like, I deserve this.
Yeah.
Nope.
It was insane. Rain says, Slice them. I have just what you need for those Science Awakening gems. I think Rain's saying he's got a Hulk sitting around somewhere.
And a Quake, baby.
Yeah. Man, I am telling you. Whew.
Can you imagine what a Duke 5-star Quake rank 4 would do for your prestige?
Yeah, a Quake would be nice. And the thing about it is she's not a bad fighting champion. I don't like her fighting style.
Yeah, sorry.
I would have to learn how to fight with her.
Yeah, Anonymous, not Analyzer. I don't know why I always mix those two up. Yeah, it was Anonymous, 2K. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, I'd have to learn to fight with Quake. But if I could fight with Quake, she would be awesome.
Yeah. It's just like, I used to feel that way about Ghost Rider and Voodoo, and the more I've used them, the better I've gotten with them. I feel a lot more confident, and it's kind of the same thing.
Sure. Yeah, let's see here. So it's Real Deal saying, yeah, that's Y2K, not Analyzer. Imperius saying it was Anonymous 2K. But also the trailer was done by someone else, and Seaton got permission to use it and voice it over.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, I did not know that. It was still cool.
Yeah. All right. Rain says he's got Hulk and Quake. Pulled Hulk from GMCs and Quake from Basic. The day that after Ghost Rider Mystic pull. Think my luck is running dry now. Man, Rain, come on now, man. Dang.
That just ain't right.
No, you're just crushing a brother's soul over here.
Guess you'll have to go cry to your Stark Spidey and your X-23.
Yep. Why, guys? Why won't they let me have a little champion to go with you two?
Or something not science.
Yeah. Darn science.
Could not believe that. Plus, you got the rank up gem is from 1 to 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's
2. Is it 1 to 2 or 2 to 3? Let's go. Oops, wrong button.
I'm kind of curious because if it's 2 to 3, like that's even more awesome because that's like having 3 T4 cats and 6 alphas.
Let's go find out what they've given me.
Let's. Indubitably.
2 to 3.
Wow.
Yep. 2
even
to 3.
better.
It just makes my stomach churn thinking
Oh
about
my
it, man.
God, thinking of what you could do with that. I mean, imagine what's X23 at? Oh, she's already at 3, right?
She's at 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Just thinking about it puts me in a little bit of a sad mood.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up.
It's okay.
It kind of happened.
It's okay. There's got to be a good. There's got to be a good science champ coming. There's got to be, man.
Yeah, you just keep telling yourself that. You just keep saying it. Even though it's been a year since they dropped a science and they lost their perfect opportunity with Doc Ock and Green Goblin, it has to happen eventually, right?
Yeah.
Eventually.
What's funny is I think that enough people beat him over the head at Comic-Con.
Good.
That they know. Like, people are like, are you aware that we haven't had a science champ for a year? Well, we didn't really look at that. We didn't line that up. We didn't think about that. And people were just
They
like...
They didn't even think about it?
Yeah, like that's apparently what they said. It was kind of one of those things.
Oh, my God.
They're like, yeah, we didn't really realize that it's been that way. We didn't look at the line out of...
Unbelievable.
So, I don't know.
That really bums me out.
Yeah, so...
That's a bad statement. You know what I mean? That just does not paint them in a good light, in my opinion, at all.
No, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Rain says the good science champ is here. It's Hulk.
Yeah, one.
You just can't have him, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. But, every other class has more than one good champ. So why is, and it's like, it seems like Science's whole thing was about war defense. And then they basically completely destroy the need for war defense, by cutting out the kills. And so now you've got an entire class that is essentially beyond worthless. You'd think that would be the top priority on their list, is addressing that huge vacuum that they created. But they haven't even thought about it? Wow, that's...
Caleb says Brian said he asked them, what about a science champ in 2018? And they said, well, wouldn't you like it sooner? So...
MODOK.
I think...
Yeah, MODOK will probably be science.
I think MODOK's going to be science.
Yeah, so do I. I think that enough people have probably raised it that they're like, we better make this one science.
Yeah. Haitian saying MODOK shouldn't be science. What's up, Chosen? Chosen with the what's up, everyone? Sneaking back in here with another what's up, everybody. Sorry, Chosen. I missed you the first go around there, buddy.
MODOK leads AIM, and he is a scientist. He's extremely smart. I mean, he was created to be like a giant organic computer. So really, you could make the case he's more tech than Doc Ock in my book.
Shut yourself. You stop it right there. Chosen says, geez, I said it like 5 times. My bad, Chosen.
I didn't see either, bro. Yeah, they should have made Doc Ock science and MODOK tech. But now that they've, screwed up Doc Ock, you may as well, commit to the bit, and make MODOK science.
I don't care who it is. Just give me a freaking science champion that is...
Wouldn't it be terrible if he's like the Carnage of science, where everybody's all excited and he looks good, and then you get him and he's just like, Well,
they've said part of the reason they haven't released him is because he's been too weak in their testing.
Oh, great. And see, Carnage was too strong. They made that guy dial it back 5 times before they release it. And apparently they dialed it back too much. And they acknowledge that, too, from what I've heard.
Dude, all I'm saying is maybe that's a good thing. If it's been dialed back a lot, maybe they're going to turn around and throw MODOK through the sky, like
ramp him up way higher.
Oh, well, we don't want him to be another Carnage here.
Yeah, we don't want a repeat of the Carnage. So
let's really boost him up. Yay!
Yeah. Let's hope.
I need some of that Slycem luck right about meow. Haitian says Slycem's about to cry. Only bad science champs are coming. Stop it, Haitian. You're gonna make me cry, man. Imperius one says there's nothing wrong with MODOK being science. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You'd almost think that Haitian's been saying nerf Slycem all this time.
Yeah.
Wait, you got totally nerfed today.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Have you been secretly doing that in other people's streams, Haitian? I hope not. That'd be wooed.
Haitian, I thought we were buddies.
Yeah, so did I. In fact, I think it's all Haitian's fault.
Probably is.
Haitian, I thought you were a friend, man. No, yeah, there is nothing wrong with MODOK being science.
Yeah, no, I don't know a whole lot about MODOK.
Let's see. MODOK stands for something. What is it? Something organism designed only for killing originally, when he was MODOK, and then there was a time when they recreated him where it was organism designed only for computing.
Right, I knew that.
What's that first word? Not molecular, but not bio. Dude, why can't I not think of what that first word is?
Module? Module? I don't know.
No. MODOK will not be mutant, Willow.
King Kish, oh man, I'm back from my smoke break. Let's just say it went well. Okay, that's mobile or mechanized?
Nope, it's not either of those.
Robotic says you do not mention the T word when bringing up MODOK.
Deck.
Yeah, Dicer says originally.
Was it originally? Did I get that backward?
Yeah.
It was originally computing and then became killing. Okay, I had it backwards. It's not mobile, I don't think. Mobile organism designed only for computing. No, I don't think that's it.
I got an idea. Someone just Google it.
Yeah, somebody Google it. I was hoping. Is it mobile? Huh,
Google it.
It just doesn't sound right.
We got Ozzy saying mechanized. We got Adam Marco saying mobile. Marco saying he just Googled it.
It's mobile?
That's what he said, Bunny Bread.
Yeah, that does. It just, for some reason, sounds a little off, and I don't know why. I've said it 100 times. Like, whenever anybody brings it up, I always say it. Mobile organism designed only for killing. That just, for some reason, it's a... You know, sometimes when you say a word over and over and it starts to sound like gibberish, you know, you just, whatever word, it doesn't matter. Mobile, you know, and then it just becomes like nothing. For some reason, it just sounds that way to me.
Well, all I know is that I hope he is the M spot. I hope he is an amazing champion, and I'm hoping in the meantime I can find a way to dupe and get a couple other things in line. I still want to dupe my Captain Marvel, and I'm still looking for that science champ. So who knows?
Could be one of those things where they've used, you know, because we know they've changed from computing to killing at one point.
Yep.
Kabam, Captain Bravo is saying Kabam will try to say it's mutant organism designed only for killing, so that they can make him mutant. Oh, that's evil. The wiki page says all three. Yeah, it's probably one of those things where, like, different, you know, like the Hulk was originally called Bruce Banner. And then in issue 2 or 3, I can't remember, Stan had invented so many characters in such a short period of time. That's why he liked to do those names. I can't remember what it's called, where where like Peter Parker, Reed Richards. You know, there's a term for that, where so that they sound, you know, they start with the same letter, so that he could keep them all separate. Sue Storm, you know, Reed Richards. And but anyway, in the second or third issue, he forgot and he called him Bob Banner. So canon is that his full name is Dr. Robert Bruce Banner. You know, so sometimes he goes by Bruce. Mostly 9 times out of 10, it's Bruce Banner. But he had to, like, make his name officially Robert Bruce Banner to explain. And originally the Hulk was gray, and that was a printing thing because it was cheaper to print it that way, you know, in the very beginning. And then they changed it to green a couple in, and I don't think they ever really addressed it as to why. The old animated Iron Man cartoon, MODOK, was terrible. Mandarin was cool, though. I like the original Mandarin, the 10 rings. You know, each one does something cool. You know, the 80s. David Banner is a rapper, not the Hulk. Yeah, the whole David Banner thing was because the director of the Incredible Hulk TV show was a tool and wanted to name the character. Like, how big are your cojones that you're going to take an existing character, a beloved character, and rename it because you're the director of the show after your kid just because you feel like it. Can you imagine that in this day and age? Can you imagine Joss Whedon going, yeah, I changed Captain America's name to Bill Rogers because Bill was my dad's name. You know what I mean? Like, there would be riots. They would burn his house down. So that really bugs me. So in the TV show, they called him David Bruce Banner, but that's not canon, so he can kiss my butt.
Just kiss it.
Kiss my shiny metal butt. R31 must be here. I don't even have to look at who typed that. I see the note, and I go, well, must be R31. And it sure is. Actually, DC is killing right now. They are pretty much single-handedly keeping the comics business afloat because Marvel is such a dumpster fire.
Rain says, Arthur, nope, doesn't matter how many times you say it. I agree. Haitian says, Josh Whedon destroyed the X-Men with the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah, Joss Whedon is not what I consider a good person, frankly.
See, the thing is the X-Men are the thing I like the most.
Futurama, that's right. The X-Men, yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of people are like you.
If we don't have X-Men, I just have a hard time caring. Like, I like the other characters in the Marvel universes, and I've come to like some better than others. But at the end of the day, if we didn't have X-Men, not just in the game, I just mean in general, if the X-Men weren't a thing, I don't see myself being as much of a fan. I just wouldn't care as much. The X-Men have always been my driving force on the comic side of things. I think they're just cool and just awesome all the way around.
See, I've always liked some, yeah, I do too, Last Spartan. I've always I actually used to like Joss Whedon until the whole Gamergate thing. I like some X-Men. Like, I've always been a big fan of Archangel. I like the original 5. Giant Size X-Men #1 was awesome. Like, I've always dug the X-Men, but they haven't. I mean, Nightcrawler and Archangel have always been like super special to me. But for the most part, I've liked almost everything Marvel did in the past. The Chris Claremont X-Men era was absolutely one of my favorite comic eras ever. That early 90s, the whole thing with Gateway and the Marauders, the creation of Archangel, all the way up through Fabian Nicienza's, X-Force stuff. And it's been some great stuff. But I've always loved, like, the Avengers. I still have my Priority Avengers Identicard from when I was 8 years old. It's got my name on it and my picture, and it was signed by President Reagan. Like, so I've always been into pretty much everything Marvel did. But I'd say I'm kind of with you but it doesn't. I wouldn't like not care if the X-Men weren't involved. But I do like them.
Sure. And Sam's got a question for you there, Bulldog. I don't know if you saw it in the chat.
I must have missed it. Let me look here real quick.
He wants to know Magic. Ooh.
What about Magic?
Magic 5-star unduped to rank 3.
Yeah,
Or 4-star Magic duped level 99 to rank 5.
Well, that's a tough choice, bro. And I'll tell you, I already have my Magic 4-star Sig 99, took her to 550. And as soon as I get one more half a Mystic, I'm taking my 5-star to rank 3 as well. Because they're both good choices. I'll tell you, in this day and age, with 3 months ago, I would have told you to do the 4-star because her Sig ability is really good. You're getting that limbo almost every time she's getting a power bar. It really makes a huge difference in her ability, especially when you're talking about defense. However, with the changes they've made to Ruining War and the introduction of 6 stars, I would, at this point, probably say I'd take the 5-star. because you know that the 5-star is going to take you farther down the road. You know, you're eventually going to be able to go to rank 4 and rank 5. Like once you get that 4-star to 550, that's it. That's as big as it gets. And when you're talking about offense, having the 5-star rank 3 unduped is as good as having the 550 4-star duped. You know, you're not getting, when you're talking about offense, because the limbo is it's a nice bonus, but if you know how to play Magic, you don't. It doesn't make that much of a difference in my gameplay. I bring my even though I have my duped 4-star available, I take my 5-star rank 2 into AQ. You know, even though she's not even rank 3 yet. So I would say the 5-star because it's going to carry you farther down the road. You're going to hopefully eventually, you know, dupe her, maybe get a Mystic Awakening gem. She's a good choice. So that's the way I would go. And that's my reason.
Yeah, and everybody is on tune with this one. Everybody's saying 5-star, 5-star, 5-star. I can tell you, in my opinion, this is a no-brainer. It's a 5-star, and the reasoning being is that, you know, like you were saying, the 5-star is already going to be good to begin with.
It's not like Star-Lord where you have to be duped to be useful. You know, she's almost as good unduped. So you may as well do the 5-star.
She really is. You're just lacking that limbo on the offensive side of things, and that's something you can give up and still be fine. More importantly, I think the big thing to me is that, and we're starting to see it already, more and more 5-star awakening gems are slowly trickling out there. You know, 5-3 had one. I think we're going to see some more here in the near future. Let's all be very clear and very honest. Cyber Monday, Black Friday, Christmas time, Halloween. There's a bunch of events coming up that they can use as an excuse to throw out some crazy offers. And it would not shock me one bit at all to see some awakening gems out there as these offers. So.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. Thank God I got 2 more paychecks between now and then.
Yeah. I need to get a job between now and then.
yeah, definitely.
I gotta get going. I gotta make sure I'm ready to capitalize on everything coming up.
Crack-a-lackin'.
Yep, gonna need to get that rolling ASAP.
Would you take unduped Crossbones to 440?
No, I have him duped, and I don't even have him at 440.
Yeah,
I just don't.
What
like
about What about Electra? Because the only other skills I have is I have a 440 unduped Hawkeye and I have a 330 duped Karnak, a 330 duped Falcon, and a 330 unduped Electra and Crossbones. I just don't see any of those. Like Hawkeye, I can't take him to 550 because I don't have the skill T4. So I guess I'm just going to rank up some 3-stars.
Yeah, I wouldn't even waste my stuff on any of them. I'd hang on to the gold. I mean, there's some events that just aren't worth what you're getting.
Actually, I think I'll just rank up like a couple 2-stars. I just need to hit the next tier so I get enough to open another solo crystal.
Oh, I gotcha.
It's pretty much what it comes down to. Plus, I've got tier 1 and tier 2 basics that are going to be expiring here soon. Sure. So I figure I'll just rank up a couple 2-stars. What the heck?
Joey says Electra.
I'm glad I'm finally at that point, too. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, Joey says Electra is rank 5 worthy unduped. LOL. What's up, Paul? Good seeing you, man. Rain says maybe they'll offer the 5-star hero class crystal again. If so, I'm going to go skill or maybe tech. And that'll be an interesting one. I could see that offer coming back out or something very similar to it.
That would be nice, like we had last year.
Well, just not too long ago.
Oh, yeah, the one where you could, like, pick your class?
Mm-hmm, where you pick a class and that's what your gym is.
Yeah, I remember. That's right. We did have that just recently. I just remember it last year because it was such a. It was the first time I'd seen that deal, and I'm like, this is awesome. They need to do this more often.
Yep. Haitian's saying, I'm guessing 5-star awakening gems will be selling for about $100. I'll never buy items from Kabam again, though. They create their own form of inflation with 6 stars. Yeah, but that's just the progression of the game, I guess. I mean, it is what it is. Paul says, hey, what's up, Slycem? Good seeing you, Paul. Thanks for tuning in, man. Alright, I've got, that's rolling. Let's get this all set to go. Yeah, but, Joey says, Bulldog, don't you have all your 2-stars maxed?
Yeah, I'm working on my alt account, Joey. My primary account, I have every 2-star I think in the game except for War Machine and X-23, and they're all maxed, and 90% of them are max sig. Everybody that's available in the Crystal is now max sig except for like 3 of them. I think it's like Abomination and Ultron and one other. And then all my 3-stars are maxed out, and probably 93% of them are max sig as well. And I just max sig 2 more 4-stars today, Gwenpool and Ghost Rider. So that puts me at 27 max sig 4-stars, which is pretty cool.
Nice. That's insane.
Yeah.
Chosen One says Angela equals Queen of Fury. There's Sammy saying Pastor Sammy Squad. What's up, Sammy? Good seeing you, man. Dicer says, yeah, I spent 100 on that first one. Chose a class package, Awaken. And I took Scarlet Witch to rank 5, and then 12-0 cut her in half. Oh.
Oh, yeah, that sucks, man. There was a lot of people angry because of that, I remember.
Oh, yeah. A lot. Phew. Excuse me. Luckily, I don't see...
Long date.
No, not at all, to be quite honest with you. Actually been a fairly easygoing day, which is probably part of the problem.
Never got the old adrenaline pumping.
That's right. Joey said, I bought that same deal for Black Widow, and they nerfed her immediately after. Yeah, there was a lot of people that did it for Strange, Thor, Widow, or Scarlet Witch. So
glad I already had all of those people already up. So, I mean, I still got screwed just like everybody else, but at least I didn't get hit that hard where I just spent money on it like some of you did,
Yep.
Oh, I just remembered. Come on. Hate that, man. I'm doing a perfect fight, and I get like the guy's almost dead, 1 or 2 hits, and then I just time something wrong, and I take 5 hits, and he does half my life. We're on what, day 4 of AQ, or is this day 5? This is day 4, right?
4.
Yeah. So it's not even as high as it could be. I just got my X-23 healed all the way back up. I needed 2 more hits on this Symbiote, and then I just like mistimed a block, and he ruined it.
Haitian says this challenger rating is going to neuter the 4-star champs big time. Talking about how big the challenger rating is going to be in these upcoming 6-stars. The higher the challenger rating, the less likely your abilities are to trigger, if I remember correctly.
Really? Is that part of it? I thought they had like better defense and stuff.
Nope, I'm pretty sure that's what affects how likely you are to stun them.
Oh, that's no bueno.
I think. Now, I could be wrong. I don't remember. I know it has to do something like that, or maybe it's.
Yeah, because I think I would remember that because Brian was talking about today when he was announcing the boss rush, and I thought it was just because he was talking about like the rating 105 versus 130, and it just makes the fight harder, But I've done it like I did the duels the other day on my live stream, and I took down a 5-star with a 1-star in a duel.
Yeah.
So.
Derek using the Haitian Nightbot command, saying, Merry Nerf Brian Grant to you as well, Haitian.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I thought there was a Nightbot command that would show my channel, but I tried it the other night and it didn't work. Is there?
Yeah, I don't know what they all are.
Oh, maybe it's probably just Bulldog, not Bulldog or not.
I think it is just Bulldog. Dice was saying the silver lining was just that I was able to waltz through. What did he waltz through? Oh, Realm of Legends with that Scarlet Witch right before 12-0.
Yeah, that was nice, man. I crammed to get through 100% 4 right before the nerfs. Literally, like with 2 days to go. Because of Doctor Strange, that's who I use the most.
Ooh, I did not tell her to do that, but that's...
Subscribe to his mother woofing channel. Yep, so it is Bulldog. Thank you. Like, I realized that right as I said that, like, I thought there was one, and then I tried it the other night, but I typed out my full name. That was why. Mother woofing, that's funny. One of the things they want me to do is put in my description, your old pal Bulldog or not. Like, for some reason, they like that as part of my description. Your old pal Bulldog or not. Like,
Nice.
Let me tell you a story about what it was like before alliances. Even though I wasn't here for that.
Joey says he did most of Act 4 with a 3-star Sig 99 Scarlet Witch. LOL, she was insane. See, that's what I heard, man. I heard Scarlet Witch was crazy. I had some Alliance members back then that had her, and it was just non-stop. Just like boom, 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 just demolishing people with her.
Lester did ROL when he had like a 36,000 rating. Because he got Scarlet Witch really early and duped her. Pulled her like 3 or 4 times. So he had her Sig 99. She was his first 4-star champ to reach Sig 99. And he basically 100%ed Act 4 and went through Realm of Legends when he was under 50k rating. Because he just rode her the entire way. She was easy mode.
Well, yeah, that's what I'd heard. So.
I mean, I would have done it too if I'd had her.
There's a Spartan saying, hey, and there's Smokey. What's up, Smoke Man? Spartan saying, hey, did you hear we're racing, Smoke Man? Come on now.
Hells yeah.
Time to get them racing shoes.
Have you talked to Chid about racing me?
No, not yet. I haven't had a chance to bother Chid. I don't know where he's been.
Yeah, I haven't seen him like for 24 hours, it seems.
He may have some school stuff going on. Plus, I know anytime, I mean, of course, when you're also doing Map 6, it's very... it can be very time-consuming, very... Well, you know how that is. Okay, all hands on deck. Make sure everybody gets through this. Let's go. And again, we did it 2 days, 100% Map 6. We're all about it, so...
I hate Hyperion and AQ.
Do what?
I hate fighting Hyperion and AQ.
Oh, yeah.
So hard to bait out his special. And he's gonna kill me because he's gonna get a second 3. He just would not fire off a 1 or a 2 at all.
I've had that
So
happen.
now I just lost my X-23 on tier 2. It's bullcrap, man.
Yeah, just wait until you face him in 5-3.
5-3-4. I'm on it right now. I'm
Yep.
about halfway. I'm doing the tech line. I used a tech key because there was a energy refill on that line.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the one. In fact, I taped it too. I'm going to upload the first half of it. I just did a recording of it just to see how I did. And every time I'm doing flawless fights, and I get them down to like 10% health, and I just make some stupid mistake, and then I'm half dead by the time the fight's over.
Yep.
I was doing a flawless fight against Magneto, and exactly it. He had like 5% health.
Yeah, no, and that's what I was saying about this content. 5-3 is so unforgiving. It's not that
Can't make one mistake.
It's not like LOL where one fight will kill you, and you just have to revive through the same fight. I mean, you can die obviously during these, but the block damage is extremely heavy, and so in the later fights, one mistake does it can equal death really quickly because there is no, you're sitting at half health. A 5-hit combo, and that's all she wrote for you.
Imperious One goes, that's how I know you're old, Bulldog. Quote, I taped it. Yes, I used to tape things on VHS tapes. And I remember, I've told you guys the story about how my dad used to, in the early days of computers, he would copy over like all my driver discs because he'd find like some funny picture of a cat, in a tree. And then I couldn't install my sound driver the next time I needed it. And there was no internet really to go just find stuff on. There was an internet, but it was very rudimentary. But it was that way back in the VHS tape days. My dad was obsessed with taping everything.
Oh, yeah.
He would just have boxes. And I'm just like, when are you going to watch 12 hours of the People's Court? I mean, really. And it was like it always had to be on slow play so you could get the maximum amount on a tape. I'm like, you don't even like this show. Yeah, but I could tape it. It was just because he grew up in an era of, very rudimentary technology. So he was all over it. Thank God for on demand, man. Like, that has made my life so much simpler, not having to deal with my dad and his obsessive need to tape things.
Oh, yeah. Huge difference. Who was it that just said something? Oh, Joey says, I swear Hyperion was throwing his S1 left and right every time I fought him in 5-3. Well, I'm glad you did that.
How nice for you.
He wouldn't do it for me. I sat there and baited. At one point, I even had Sparky in there with taunt on him, sitting there like, throw it, throw it, throw it, come on, dang it, dang it. You know, it was just nonstop. I was constantly getting choke slammed. I mean, I felt like I was fighting The Undertaker or Kane, and they were hooking me up for that choke slam followed up by a big elbow drop. So,
jeez.
Imperius says, remember when you could get 2 VCRs and double deck them to record?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
had one of those VCRs that had 2 tape decks in it.
Yep. I remember it because you would go to the movie rental place, and you would get the rentals. You take them home with a blank VHS, record.
Funny story. Actually, I'm going to come back to that because I'm fighting an AQ fight right now. But remind me when I get back, I got a story about that. I actually know someone that went to prison for doing that.
What?
Yes. 5 years. You know, they have those little warnings at the beginning of tapes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He actually ran afoul of that because what happened was he rented a movie from our local – it was a small town – rented a movie, taped it, and then returned the taped copy instead of the original on accident. And they called the cops, and the FBI got involved, and they came to his house, and he went to prison.
No way.
Yep. It was back in the late 80s.
Dicer says the last thing I taped was my sister's cat's feet. It was hilarious. Rain says, Bulldog, we used to have cassettes, too, in our cars. Definitely remember taping everything as a kid. Had so much old HBO
songs off the radio?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Holding the song would come out. If you wanted to hear a new song, like let's say Guns N' Roses' Welcome to the Jungle, right? You would have to stand there with a cassette recorder, wait for them to play it on the radio, turn on the cassette recorder real quick, and then hold it up to the speaker of the radio, and that was your recording of it.
Now, I can say this. I remembered having the stereo boom box, whatever you'd like to call it, that had the tape deck in it. And you'd put a tape deck in there, and you would wait, and you would just set by your record button, and you'd listen to the radio, and as soon as you heard anything tune up that you wanted, boom, you know, you'd hit that record button instantly. And you always missed maybe a smidge of the song. Or the worst part was when you could tell the song you wanted to hear was getting ready to come on.
Uh-huh.
And the guy, the announcer, the broadcaster or whatever, is broadcasting over the first part of the song. You can hear it.
He's talking here this one goes out from Janice to Bill. And it's like the song is going and you're like, you son of a...
And you're like, come on, I'm waiting to hit record. Or you give up and you're like, screw it, you hit record. And so your quote-unquote mixtape had...
Every time you hear it, you had to hear that dude doing his intro.
You would be like, well, this song definitely went out to Janice. Oh, that Janice. She must have been a fine old lady back then. You knew. So
Did you ever make mixtapes for girls?
No, I never did it for girls.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm trying to remember back. I'm that socially awkward kid because I played so much sports. I was always the oddball kid. I never went out and partied a whole lot. So I'm like part nerd. So I was very gifted in mathematics and sciences, and so I was that side of the crowd where I'm like the super nerd. Never had to worry about my grades. So of course all the kids that had problems with grades hated me for that. And then I was a fairly good athletic kid as well. So the nerds didn't like me because I was this athletic kid. So it was kind of funny because I was enough athletic kid, where the nerds didn't like me because I was the athlete. They're like, oh, he's such a dick. He's an athlete. He's one of those guys. And then none of the athletes liked me because I was the smart guy. They'd be like, oh, he's such a nerd. He scored good on this, that, and the other, or whatever. I'd be like, they're like, oh, he's a goody. He doesn't do anything.
Hated by both groups.
Yeah,
at least if you're just a nerd, the other nerds have your back.
Yeah.
Or if you're a jock, the jocks have your back.
DMR News goes, SlycemGaming, no, bro, you are a super nerd. You have a gaming channel now. Dying with laughter.
Doesn't matter that you used to play professional ball. You are a nerd full time now.
Yeah. Rain 1986 says, "Calm down there, Smoke, you little whippersnapper." LOL. A Willow saying he did it for boys. I hate you, A Willow. Dicer in quotation says, "I never did it with girls. Thanks for pulling the newspaper and chopping out part of my statement, jerk." Yeah. The Smoke Man said, "Holy crap, you guys are old." Paul said, "Did you walk to school in the snow? No shoes?
I did.
Uphill?
I
Both ways?"
No. It was uphill one way, and then it was downhill the other way, yes.
I never had to walk to school, thankfully.
Yeah, my middle school was at the top of a huge, really steep hill, and it sucked in the winter. But I rode my bike most of the time.
Adam Marco says, "That awkward jock, LOL." Last part says, "Jesus, did you hunt dinosaurs too?" Thanks.
We're so old. In our history class, we just wrote down what we was doing.
Yeah. Rain says, "Spartan, do you really want to aggravate dinosaur hunters?" Well, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And here, this goes to show you just how much things have sped up. I'm not that much older than Smoke Man. Smoke Man goes, I'm 27, but none of this was in my time. That goes to show you just how quickly things changed. It was like, boom, done. I can remember going from the cassette tapes, and, long-distance telephone calls were like non-existent. You just didn't do it. They were expensive.
Too expensive.
Yeah, they were expensive. You didn't do it. Mom and Dad shot you in the foot if you even thought about it, So you would sit there, and I can remember when the first cell phones really started coming out. And I can remember ours was a bag phone, and then we got super, super awesome. We had one of those cars where the phone was in the armrest. You open the armrest up and out popped this phone that was connected to like this little holder because it was a gigantic phone. It was like your house phone in your car.
Yeah, the brick.
Yeah, it was kind of like a brick, but it was an actual phone. It looked like a phone, and it had the numbers on the back, so you would dial it on the back of the phone.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we had a brick too, but I remember the bag and then going to the one that flipped out of the car armrest. I thought that was the coolest thing because why wouldn't you? And so I can remember then. That was when I got to make long-distance phone calls. And if you wanted to call somebody, you went out in the car, and you'd be sitting in the car, flip the phone out. What are you doing? Yeah, I'm sitting out in my car. Yeah, I'm in my parents' car. I got the radio on. Well, what else you do? Well, shit, I'm sitting in a car. What else is there to do? I'm sitting here in a car talking to you. That was that was the golden days, I guess.
Mr. Buzzer is obviously young. His first phone was a Motorola flip phone.
Yeah.
That's you were like what you must be in your 20s then because
he's not even 20.
My first cell phone was a brick. It was in a brick in a bag, and I only got it because my work upgraded and threw it away. Prior to that, I had none. Well, I'll tell you. Okay, so because I'm older than everybody here, I'm pretty sure. Other than I think Real Deal's got a couple of years on me, but other than that, I think I'm the oldest. And so like I remember pagers. I remember nothing. I remember, like, when I was growing up, I grew up in a small town. If you needed to call somebody, you found a payphone. There was no pagers. The internet didn't exist. I predate the internet. So I was in my 20s when the internet was became a thing. And I remember having to do all my research at the library. I remember having to use the Dewey Decimal System to be able to find a book on the shelves. I remember, long distance. I remember, getting into phone freaking, so that I could make long distance calls for free because that was really the only way. I grew up poor. There's no way I was going to make long distance calls, on the legit. I remember BBSs when the internet, when that first became a thing. I played in some MUDs, multi-user dungeons. This is kind of the precursor to the internet. I still remember the first time I heard about the internet. It was a CompuServe. I remember the first video game I ever saw played online, which was Doom. I'm trying to think like really old technology. We had a Betamax. I had my very first video game system. Swear to God, was a Pong machine. Now, I was born about the same time Pong came out, so by the time I got it and played with it, it had been out. So, the Atari, because like the big video game crash was '83. I was 8, so I was there for the prime time of the video game crash. Atari flooding the market with garbage. I remember this kid up the street had an Atari, and they had so many games, and they were just all terrible. I remember, R31. I remember when I went from a 28.8 modem to a 56K. And I remember it was Boca Research was the name of the company. It was a 56K modem. I ordered it through a catalog, and I remember just being blown away. Look at this. It can load the page in under a minute. This is amazing. Like, you would just sit there. And if you wanted to look at a picture, like if you wanted to see boobies, it was like 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes sometimes, depending on how big the image was. And it would literally load a line at a time.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, oh, well, we're down to her neck. Here it comes.
Look at that collarbone. It's going to be promising.
Look at that collarbone. Yep, exactly.
Oh.
You know what they say, if a girl's collarbone? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember all that. My first girlfriend it was in like 1987, I think, and I had a knockoff Walkman. It wasn't a Sony brand. I couldn't afford Sony brand. It's a knockoff Walkman, and I got Weird Al's UHF on cassette, and I would just listen to it. And with the cassette, like, you would listen to one side, then you'd have to flip it over. Of course, I had an 8-track player when I was a kid. I don't know if anybody remembers 8-track, but 8-track was this big clunky cartridge, and you would stick it in, and it would play like it would play every other song, I think, and then you flipped it over to play the other set of songs. And you couldn't fast forward, but you could jump to or could you fast forward, but you couldn't jump to the next song? There's one or the other. You could only do one, but not the other. And I remember having to I remember with cassettes too, if you wanted to listen to the 4th song on the cassette, you had to sit there and hold the button and, make that grinding sound as it was fast forwarding. And I remember renting movies from the movie rental place, and you had to, they would fine you if you didn't rewind them before you took it back.
Oh, man, that was like a punishable offense.
Oh, yeah.
You were blacklisted.
Yeah, there were a couple times I could not rent because I had penalties because we hadn't, rewound our tapes. And it was like, man, if you couldn't, if the rental store was like, he was like your drug dealer, back then, because it's like, especially in a small town. I grew up in a 1-horse town, 5,000 people. And it was like, if you were blackballed at the rental store, you didn't have any other options.
No.
There was no Netflix. There was no Amazon. You had to kiss their butt to get your account in good shape. And I used to rent Nintendo cartridges and Super Nintendo games. Yeah. And it was like, if you wanted to beat a game, you sometimes had to rent it, over and over again. And then you would pray that nobody rented it in between and erased your save file, because it was actually on the cartridge. You guys have no idea what a golden age you live in.
No clue. It's so funny to see how much it has. And somebody said, what was the best thing about the old modems was the sound.
The handshake. That's called the handshake.
The old sound,
Yep.
Oh, man. You knew. What was great is you knew. And how many times whenever you go to
mail.
When you would go to dial in and you get declined. Like the connection wouldn't go through.
There was too many people on the connection.
Yeah.
They only had so many slots. Or the worst would be you're downloading a picture or something, and then your mom would pick up the phone to call your grandma and ruin the connection and be like, "Oh, you're killing," okay, I need to download this big picture. Nobody used the phone for an hour.
Or if you were gaming, how about that?
God, yeah.
Oh,
that's why the MUDs were nice, was because you could just connect, play, and then come back to it.
I'll never forget when the first bundle came out with the splitters, where you could finally split your telephone and your internet.
Oh yes, oh yeah. Well, it's I've always been in tech. When I worked for the pharmacy, I worked there for about a decade. I was in charge of hardware for my location and a couple other locations on the West Coast and stuff. And I remember when my boss came back from a conference, and he's like, I was at this conference, and they had this thing called the T1 connection. And it was lightning fast. You would not believe it. He goes, I have to have one of those. Get me a T1 connection. And that's I had never heard of it at this point. So I'm doing some research. I'm calling around, and I'm like, okay, A T1 connection is $1,500 a month. Are you sure that's what you want? And he's like, Jesus, really? I'm like, yeah, I'm not making that up just to save myself the effort, believe me. So, but then they started offering fractal T1s where you could get you would basically, they would set up a T1 in your neighborhood and then you could get a portion of it. And so you'd get, part of the speed, you'd share it with other people. It was crazy, man. Bulldog, my wife finds endless joy listening to me play Mario Kart on my SNES from time to time. It's very different from listening to kids. Princess Toadstool, you effing suck. I wish my wife liked that. I dated a girl who wasn't into video games but loved watching me play them, and that was pretty cool. She's like, why don't you go? Yeah, why don't you go play? Go play some Ogre Battle, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, if you insist.
But no, not my wife. No. Google had T4. Yeah, I remember the T4 connection. Wait, no, that was T1. We were talking. What's the T4? Was that the industrial connecting line they used? Sounds right.
I don't even remember Google being around.
Yeah, Google I only remember in the last decade. I mean, in the early days it was all about Yahoo, Lycos, Alta Vista, long before Firefox. Which Firefox was Mozilla. I remember when Firefox came on the scene, and it was like, this is awesome. Because Internet Explorer was really good when it came around. I remember using Windows 95, Windows 3.1. I remember when 95 came, and it was like, oh my God, this is like. And then when 98 came out, it was night and day. I mean, it was just so awesome. Ask Jeeves, yeah. Alta Vista, Hotbot was another one. I feel like playing. I don't really feel like playing, but for you, anything. Yeah, I don't really feel like playing, honey, but if you insist, yep, Netscape Navigator, I remember that too. Yep. Anyone remember IRCs? Internet Relay Chat?
Yep.
My sister was hooked on those IRCs. I mean, she would be on there for hours and hours just talking about nothing. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, people loved them, man. Yeah, the AIM chat rooms are basically they're that same thing as an IRC. IRC was kind of like a centralized, didn't rely on AOL or anything like that. AOL is still a thing. AOL makes $75 million a year off dial-up connections. Yeah, MIRC still exists. Exactly. I looked it up a couple of years ago. I remember I was looking for something, and somebody had said, check IRC. And I'm like, is that still a thing? Yeah, it's MIRC, yeah.
What was the other real big one? I was thinking there was another real big IRC, and I cannot remember what it is.
I can't either, but I know what you're talking about.
Everybody had it, and it would go, or it would go, doo-doo.
In I believe 1998, AOL was responsible for, of all of the discs that were produced in the year 1998, something like 2/3 of them were AOL discs. Prodigy. Yeah, I had Prodigy. Yeah, I think it was in 1998, AOL was responsible for 2/3 of all CDs printed that year. Because they would send out those AOL startup discs with you'd find them in like magazines. And I remember finding, if I've ever found a disc of anything, it was like, whoa, wow, look at this, man. Yeah, AIM, MODOK Soldier. Yeah, not AOL. AIM, not AOL. What's up, Afara? Anira? Afara.
What?
I wanted to do that last night, but I forgot. Yeah, Prodigy, man. I remember, this guy I worked with, he was on Prodigy, and the other guy was on CompuServe. And they were trying to get me, each one of them was trying to get me to join the one they were on. And I think I ended up going with Prodigy.
Man, this is going to drive me crazy. What was the name of that stupid chat deal? Hello. Doo-doo.
Oh, good. Good job, King. Faster than me.
Doo-doo. It just had that little ding, man. I'm pretty sure it said, like, hello.
Yeah, Golden Symboys suck.
ICQ. There it is. Thank you, Daniel.
For the win. Good job. Yeah, ICQ.
Man, that was driving me crazy.
Do we make you feel young, Silver? Good, because you guys have no idea how good you have it.
Man, so funny.
Yeah, once they came out with those drives that could do that, but in the early days you couldn't write over
No.
the AOL discs because they weren't read writable. Now they have those like Ripper drives or whatever they are that can write over a non-rewritable. But are you farming ROL right now?
Yeah. And to be quite honest with you, now I'm just kind of going through it because, well,
I should be doing the arena. Jeez, I'm just like sitting here reminiscing.
it's fun though.
It is fun. It is fun thinking about that stuff.
It's just so interesting to see how drastic things can change.
And so quickly.
Oh.
That's the crazy thing. Like in my lifetime, we have gone from Betamax players to on-demand everything. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's and you figure the first 6 years of your life you barely remember anyway. So we're talking in the 30 some odd years of my adult life, of my conscious life. It's every couple. It's like Moore's law in the real world. Every couple of years, there's just some groundbreaking new use of technology. Yeah. It almost makes me believe that the theories that aliens have helped us because the jumps have been so significant. Like when I was reading this book called Prepare to Meet Your Doom, and one of the chapters was on Nolan Bushnell and Atari, and hearing about how I had a Pong machine, Rain. I really did. It was just simple, it was the tennis. He was like, boom, boom, boom. That's why I remember seeing an Atari, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is the pinnacle of I remember the Sega Genesis going, this is the pinnacle of gaming technology. It will never get better than this. I'm pretty sure I said some variation of that, like when I played Starflight, which was a massive game for the Sega Genesis. And I'm like, it is never going to get better than this.
Yep.
I love, like I liked both the Sega Genesis and the SNES, but I was kind of more of a SNES guy, and I really like Chrono Trigger. I played that for 25 straight hours the day it came out. I called in sick to work. Ogre Battle, I played once for like almost 3 days straight. I mean, there was just such good stuff. We used to play Romance of the Three Kingdoms 2, for hours and hours and hours. I kind of miss the couch co-op. I really like, though, the whole internet gaming era is cool because you can play anything you want whenever you want. But there was something special about, getting your friends together in the same room, like LAN parties, or just couch co-op, playing Super Nintendo Rock and Roll Racing and stuff like that, and you'd only have two guys at a time. Like I remember the first time I saw a 4-player game, and it was Swords and Serpents for the original Nintendo. And my cousin, he had to buy a special four-port adapter. Yep, and the game. And it was me and my two cousins and a friend of theirs, and we stayed up all night at my cousin's house playing it. And still one of the best experiences of my life. Just such a, and you look at it now, and it's so simplistic, but it was a lot of fun at the time.
Oh man, I can remember. I can remember going out and hunting down the adapter to allow 4 players, and going, "Oh my gosh, I get to play with multiple people at once now."
Yep.
And it was just awesome. And the problem was there was very few games that had the content for it, but still, whenever you ran onto one, you were like, I can do it. Like you were
I'm
that
gonna
kid.
get this because I've got 3 friends.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we used to do like Romance of the Three Kingdoms 2. We would allow up to 8 players because each player it was a turn-based game, so you didn't have to all be on there at the same time. I think it was 8 players, so you would just take your turn and then hand over the controller, and the next player would take their turn. Because like when you attacked, it wasn't like you controlled both sides or whatever. It was just the computer against the computer, and it was all based on numbers. Yes, I've played every Zelda game thus far except the new one, Breath of the Wild. My dad, I've mentioned before, is kind of an idiot savant on the original Zelda. He can go through A and B in right around 2 hours. He knows where everything is and is just a whiz at it. And still to this day, I can quiz him. I'll be like, hey, where's the Master Sword in B? And he'll tell me right where it is. SOCOM. First online multiplayer I played was Unreal Tournament, and that was a lot of fun. I
Yep.
really enjoyed that. I've never been a big
Ooh.
online multiplayer guy, though.
I will say this: I looked up after getting my head beat in by freaking Juggernaut for whatever reason here, and I seen where William Myers says first online multiplayer game I played was SOCOM. See, mine was the same way. First big online game that I played was SOCOM, and I absolutely fell in love with multiplayer content. It was fun. It was exciting. You had a group of guys that all depended on one another, and it was the best team experience. Because growing up playing team sports, that's what that's what drove me. I wanted to be part of this team. Being able to do something cool. And man, SOCOM was such an awesome deal, which is why I enjoy about this game. Like, even knowing that I don't really have a lot to do inside the game, I mean, granted, I do. I can do LOL. Somebody's going to be like, well, you got a lot to do. You're not that done. Okay, thanks for reminding me, Shankopotamuses. But what I mean by that is things that I really care about doing. 100% in LOL, yes, I will do at some point. I'm not overly worried about it, though. 5.3 was the last thing that I really just wanted to sink my teeth into. I've done that. So at this point, now I'm kind of just like, just kind of taking a break on content. And but it wouldn't matter. The game is fun now because I have AQ. I've got a group of guys that enjoy competing together, and that keeps it going. So, yeah. Williams.
Yeah, Rain, we did that too. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, William said, I still have the map labeled with the item locations from Zelda.
Yeah, we just memorized it because you couldn't print out a map or anything. There was no way back then. I grew up playing board games too. In fact, I got a group of guys we're putting together. We're going to start doing old school Risk. Oops, sorry. I actually kicked my mic stand. We're going to do a Risk game like once a week, and Mousetrap, Monopoly, Life. And then I got into RPGs. I played like Rifts and GURPS, AD&D. Shadowrun was one of my favorites. We played Car Wars, Steve Jackson Games. I loved that game. I even designed with a friend of mine. We designed our own RPG based on like small animals. Mice were humans, rats were orcs. It was kind of like ferrets were what do you call those? Tasseloff, Burfoot, like Kinder or Kender, stuff like that. So, yeah, I was really big into RPGs when I was in. Risk is my jam, says Paul. Yeah, I do like Risk. I don't know if it's my favorite board game. But I'll tell you this: the board game industry is still doing really well. There's some great stuff out there now. We play a game called Louis the 14th, which I really enjoy. We play another friend. A friend of mine. Not a friend, an acquaintance of mine writes the instruction manuals for board games, so he gets games sent to him, and then when he lived down here, we would play test them, and then he would write the manuals for them, and that was cool. Alhambra is another fun game. Masterpiece is a fun game. So if you like board games, there's some great stuff coming out of the board game industry these days. Bulldog, remember when Doom came out on PC and how we thought those were the greatest graphics ever? Yeah, dude, Rain, I remember the first time I saw somebody mod a game was Doom. And a friend of mine down here was a programmer, and he modded his Doom to turn all of the enemies into Energizer bunnies. And that was cool. Road Rash, I heard that. I heard there's a new Road Rash coming. I love Road Rash. But yeah, it was like, I remember like this is the most amazing thing ever. He's killing all these Energizer bunnies, instead of the demons. Clue's a great game too. I like Clue. One of my fondest memories is weekend-long LAN parties playing Command & Conquer and the Diablo series. Yeah, Diablo 2. Yes. We talked about Diablo 2 last night. I was telling the story about how it almost ended my marriage, and it was definitely a great game. I could not get into 3. Just couldn't do it. EverQuest was, when you talk about MMOs, EverQuest was my jam. I know you were a big WoW guy for a long time.
Yep.
I was playing Alhambra on Saturday, Raven Knight says. It's a good one. My friends and I own a bunch of games and get together on weekends to hang out and play board games. It's too bad you don't live in my area. I would totally join you because I love doing that stuff. And like I said, my best friend who lives here, he's one of the reasons we moved here. He loves offbeat board games. And so I also love playing Munchkin, but I can never get a group of people together to play it. I don't have many friends. I really only have like 3 friends and as you get older, it gets harder and harder, especially if you move away and
Yep.
yeah, click and loot. So we tried to do EverQuest. I was so hooked on EverQuest. One time my wife left the country for like 12 days, 12 or 14 days. She went back to her home country. And so I was all alone, and it was before we owned the dogs. So it was early into our marriage. And yeah, I want to see that Marvel one. I haven't seen it yet, but it looks pretty cool. I have the Super Munchkin, but anyway, so I spent almost the whole time playing, but I was supposed to go to this golf retreat weekend with a friend of mine who had this. Yeah, he was like still friends with all his friends from high school, and so since I didn't grow up in that area, they all kind of adopted me. They all liked me, and so I went. So I'm driving down. I'm living in Portland, and I'm driving down, and it's over in kind of like Eastern Oregon. I get off the freeway in Salem. I see an internet cafe right next to Wonderland, the nickel arcade I used to go to. I pop in there. I'm in there for 6 hours playing EverQuest at an internet cafe. I'm supposed to be at this golf thing. So finally, I'm like, Jesus, I got to go, because my wife's going to be home in a couple of days. And I had been playing literally for 10 days straight at this point. And so I get to the golf weekend. That night I go to bed. I get up the next day. We play 36 holes. We do 2 rounds of 18. And then it's supposed to be poker night. And I'm like, I'm just not feeling that well, guys. And I've just decided I'm going to take off. I get in my car. I drive all the way back to Salem. I go to that same internet cafe. I'm in there till like 2 in the morning playing EverQuest. I could have just driven home. Like, that's how hooked I was. Like, I couldn't wait the hour to get home.
Yep.
And I couldn't stand being away for more than an hour. So then I finally like got in my car, drank some Red Bull or whatever it was at the time, the energy, and then drove home. And oh my God, I was such a junkie for that game. And that's why I had to quit playing it.
Luckily, I avoided EverQuest.
Voodoo. Yeah.
I'm not real sure how I avoided it, but I did. So I avoided EverQuest. I had Ashron's Call, which was a fun game. I enjoyed it. So I did Ashron's
Yeah, I
Call.
remember that.
And then from Ashron's Call, I went to WoW, I think. I take that back. I did SOCOM. SOCOM was a good chunk of my time. I mean, I played a lot of SOCOM. And William earlier said it. Back then, the PS2, when it came out, did not come ready for internet. You had to buy a box that you ripped off the back of your PlayStation, plugged this box into.
I really wish I wish we were double streaming right now so you guys could see my camera. I have a PS2 with that box attached to it, literally 2 feet from where I'm sitting right now.
I'm gonna say mine's somewhere around here. So.
Yeah, I know right where mine is. I'm looking at it as we speak. Oregon Trail. Yeah, you died of dysentery. We played that in school too. I remember that.
King threatening Mel, saying she better hit that button before he causes bodily harm. Oregon Trail was awesome. Yep. That was good times. Spartan said, "WoW took over my life." Yeah, I did a lot of WoW.
Yeah, that was me in EverQuest. I started drinking. That was when I started drinking heavily. And so what I would do, like my wife, I may have told this story to you real briefly, but like my wife would have to work on a Saturday. We would have to like alternate because of our business and stuff. And so she'd have to work on a Saturday and I wouldn't. And she'd ask me, like, we'd be laying in bed and she'd go, "All right, could you vacuum today?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I said, "What do you got?" "I got some stuff. We'll go see some people, do some things, whatever." And then so like I could look down to the parking lot. We were on like the 3rd floor and I could see her drive away. And like the minute she drove away, I would jump up out of bed. I would go to my computer. I would boot it up and I would get into EverQuest. And then I would, about 10 a.m., I'd start drinking. And I'd get a fifth of Southern Comfort. And it would be gone by about 3 or 4 p.m. And I would hear her come home at like 6 or 7. I'd hear her car pull up, and I'd rush around the house real quick. I'd get out the vacuum, real fast while she was away, and then to make it look like I'd done something. And I literally would have spent every minute she was gone. I wouldn't have left except to go to the bathroom, And I played 10 hours straight, and it was kind of at that point I'm like, and then one of my best friends was killed because of EverQuest and drinking, because my buddy got into it too. And I told the story the other night about how the girl that I was with and she left me for my roommate and so we had a mutual friend that we worked with that we kind of shared. He was my friend. He was her friend. He got along with her and my other friend. And it's like And nobody wanted to make trouble, so we just kind of like alternated sharing him. So he was both our friend. Well, he was the one who got me into EverQuest, and he got so into it that he just like stopped taking care of himself. He must have put on, because he and I would like she and I broke up, like I was like, all right, I'm gonna get in shape, because I had gotten a little chubby. It happens whenever you're in a relationship.
Oh yeah.
And so I was like I'm gonna get in shape. So I started going to the gym 2-3 times a day. I got really cut. I was snowboarding, because I was I was like 21 at the time. I was like snowboarding, and he was my buddy to do all that stuff. We would do all this stuff. And then in the course of like 6 months, he must have gained nearly 100 pounds. And he would show up to work every day in the same like t-shirt and shorts. He had this really nice car, and he got rid of it and got a motorcycle because it was cheaper. And he was just like, all he was doing was drinking and playing EverQuest. And we started to drift apart because I stopped playing the game because it had taken over my life. And I didn't see him for a month or so. And then I got a phone call. He was dead. And he had, if I understand the story correctly, he had started dating a girl. They got into a fight, probably about his drinking and EverQuest. At 2 a.m, he leaves her place. He gets on his motorcycle to drive home, and hits a corner, wipes out, and was killed. And so I directly blame, the game, because if it wasn't for EverQuest, he never would have gone down that rabbit hole. And now maybe it would have been something else later, but it definitely played a huge, huge role in him living his life. Yeah, EverCrack. Didn't realize people did EverDrunk. Yeah, dude, I was the poster child of EverDrunk. That was why I quit drinking, very shortly after that. And it's been, 15, almost 16 years since I had a drink.
All right, well, I am in the pool for Iceman.
Good man.
I dove in, I would say head first, but it was really more like belly buster style, or, fell into the pool. Whatever you'd like to say there. So, but I'm there. I'm in it. We're there, swimming around now. Let's see. Go take a look at our. Oops, hit the wrong button. Oh yeah, moving along just fine in the good old AQ. It's kind of crazy. I think we may be looking for one person coming up for SGA 1. Not real sure yet. We've got one spot that might be coming available. So for those of you that have been debating, if you don't have your app in, now would be the time. Because after that, I don't know how many more spots will become available. But I'm thinking we may be looking for one. And obviously Prestige is going to be a big, big part about it. But outside of that, let's see what else is going on around here. Oh, man, I got to get caught up in line.
Man, Legacy just loves showing off that 5-star Morningstar, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. I don't blame you, man. Good for him. I wish I could have went. I wish some people from SGA could have went. It would have been interesting to see.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking about that, like, going to LA Comic-Con, and I really... I had a chance to go to Worlds when I was really into to Gen Con Indy, which is where the World Tournament was when I was really into HeroClix, and then it just didn't work out. So I'm thinking like next year I really want to try to go to New York, since that seems to be the one that Kabam gives a crap about.
Hey, Willow, no, it's not.
It's actually UA, Willow.
Yeah, Willow.
We just didn't want to break your heart.
Imperius says, have you guys set a new prestige minimum based on your current prestige as an alliance? In all reality, Imperius, 5K and up is really what we're looking for. The higher up that line of 5K, the better. It's just one of those things where we've got to stay around a certain level now, just because that's what we've come to expect out of ourselves and our group. The good news is, I'm hoping that after this week, we should see a good chunk of rank ups that should help the prestige bucket all the way around.
Yes, I saw that, Rain. The rich just keep getting richer.
Yep. That's all right. We'll get it.
Someday, I will dupe that 5-star Star-Lord, and I will never complain again.
Yeah, I don't blame you there. See, I'm debating on leveling my Doc Voodoo, so I could rank him up if I have to. Let's see, what's his Sig level? See, his Sig's level only 9, though. So it's not going to help me out a whole lot. I could do Quake.
Oh, back to the game real quick. Did you see the announcement about the content creator thing about how they're going to let them have limited access to certain champs, like for making videos and stuff?
Yeah. Frojo's had a 5-star Morningstar for a couple days now.
Oh, has he? Has he made his videos yet?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
They're set to come out tomorrow.
Yeah, I have no interest whatsoever. That's not my style of video anyway.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know. Oh, nice. Paul just pulled the 4-star Immortal Iron Fist. Nice job, man. Congrats.
What? Who did?
Paul? Yeah.
Good job, dude. I have him. I love him. He's great. Yeah, you're going to love him. Yeah. He's a lot of fun.
So, but let's see here. Z says, how does Prestige work again? Still new to the game. It's your top 5 champions, and it's really hard to know who it's going to be. So what you're better off to do, man, is find a Prestige calculator. You can Google MCOC Prestige calculator, and you put in like your top 8 or 9 champs, depending on what it is. You can put in your top 10, 11, 12, depending if you use the spreadsheet or the program on the computer. And essentially what happens is at that point it'll automatically tell you what your prestige is based on those. Yeah, you seen E. Willow's comment? You will complain, Bulldogs, because 7 stars will be out by the time you dupe him.
Yeah, by the time I dupe him, I'm going to be in a walker. They'll be on 12 stars. Hey, I finally duped my Star-Lord 5-star.
You'll be salty.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I got to sell more ISO.
I think it's what people like the most about my channel is just hearing me bitch and moan.
It's probably right.
Yeah. Try to give the people what they want, you know. Slicem, looks like you are ready to pick up MODOK in December to use those science goodies you got today. Yeah, let's hope he's science.
If he's not science, it'll be more crying for me.
Yeah. We'll have to change your name. You know, like Trump likes to make little, like, you know, Crooked Hillary and stuff like that. You'll be crying Slicem.
Yep. Look at all this ISO again.
I'm almost down to 5 million gold. It's so weird. You know, because I've done so much leveling recently. Yep. But, you know, I've got almost 400,000 battle chips again, so that's going to earn me a chunk of gold. And there's a lot of ISO I'm going to have to get rid of coming up here. You know, it's too bad I let about 250,000 of it go to waste, but what are you going to do? Yeah, I've let more gold go to waste on my primary account than I even have on my alt account. I like your voice. You sound like a cartoon character. Yeah, it's funny. You know, I was doing I do a lot of voices. I was at work today, and I was talking to a guy, and I did 6 or 7 different voices. We were like, what were we talking about? We were talking like Wayne's World and Adam Sandler, just different stuff like that. And so I was doing a bunch of different voices. I don't like to try to like force it. It comes naturally when it suits the conversation, you know, like, because I have a really good ability to, it's why I'm good with languages. You know, like when I speak a foreign language, I've been told, you know, almost always I sound like a native speaker because I just have an ear for that kind of stuff. And it's the same thing with like when if I retell somebody's comedy routine, I could do it almost verbatim because I can get the same inflections and tone, and that's what really makes it funny. You know, like when you're duplicating Sam Kinison, you can't just do the lines, you got to do it like Sam or George or, you know, any of those guys. Right. Chris Rock. If you just read Chris Rock's comedy, it's not funny unless it's coming from something that sounds like Chris Rock.
I have 2 Science T4B that are in the bucket just waiting to get used.
Oh my God. Yeah, the same boat I was with tech. At least mine was tech and not science. No offense.
No, there's no offense. It's the truth. It hurts.
The pain is real.
Now I'm really tempted to rank my Quake up just because.
Is she 440?
I don't know what she is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't take much to rank her up. You know,
I would. I mean,
maybe a slight prestige bump for me, I guess. So.
Might be, yeah.
Jeez, I can't believe I'm debating this.
I know. Do you have a 4-star Hulk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not going to rank him up. There's really no benefit to it.
Yeah.
All right, here goes
Well,
nothing.
other than he hits like a ton of bricks.
Sure.
But you got better fight. I mean, you got Stark Spidey, so.
I was going to say, I got other champs that hit like a ton of bricks, so.
Yeah.
Rain says, Slice him, you can awaken that red Hulk. That's the Hulk they want you. Shh, you hush it, Rain. All right, so let's see. We got 2 map 5. I'm hoping that I could pull, if I could pull a mutant, T4C, I'll rank up X23 right here, right meow. Nope, no.
Nice.
No mutant stuff there.
Skills on right now.
It don't matter to me.
I know.
And 2,000 fragments towards mutant. Ooh, I did get some T2 alpha fragments from my map 6. That's nice.
Nice.
Well,
How many map 6 did you have?
2.
Oh.
Pretty good pool, really, for 2 map 6. I'm close to forming another T2 alpha. So I can level, what is it, 4 per 4-star, right? Or rank 4?
For what?
It's 4 for every rank 4 5-star. So
yes, 4 for to go to rank 4. It's 4 T2 alphas.
Yes.
How many do you have?
I got 9, so I can do 2 more.
Wait a minute, you have 9. Oh, because you did LOL.
Yeah.
So you got those 4 back. Okay,
Yeah.
That's right.
So I got 2 more I can take to rank 4. I got 9.
See you later,
at,
6.
Hey, take it easy, 6Z. So yeah, so I'm getting close to having number 10.
I'm down to 6.
I'm 12, not even 12. I'm 11 and a half away, basically.
I figure I'll do LOL once I have another rank 4 worthy 4-star or 5-star. Then I'm like, okay, now I'll go do it and get those, because I have enough to do one more. But I hate leaving myself empty of anything just in case I get something. It's like with the mutant. I was saving all those up, hoping for Iceman and whatnot. But then like once I was like, okay, I got no shot at getting a mutant 5-star. Any of the good ones, not until they hit the crystals. So that's why I went ahead and took, X23 and Archangel up, because I figure I'll build it back up by then. I'm already back up to 5, so
right.
2 more, and I've got enough. If I pulled Iceman or is something in a 5-star, I could take him straight to rank 4.
So yeah, now I'm stuck. I mean, I'm not close to pulling another 5-star right now. Let's go take a look at my crystals.
Oh man, I wish I had the ability to earn 12 points in the arena, because then I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 7.
So let's see here. I got 6,500 5-star shards. I got a bunch of premiums I could crack. I got some 3-stars and I got some 4-stars that I could crack. Assuming I pull pretty well all dupes, which I should, that would throw me up to 7, 8K on 5-star shards, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, it's what? How many? Is it 275? Is that right?
275. Yeah, for duping a 4-star.
Yeah. So 275.
Yeah, 275. Do you have any that are Sig 99?
Yeah, I got a couple, but let's assume none of that. So let's just say 275. What do we got? 275 times what? Let's say I got 8. I mean, there's another.
That's 1,600 plus. It's like 1875, 152 and a quarter, 3, 6. It's 2,400 roughly.
Yeah, so that's gonna put me up to. That put me just shy of my 10 roughly.
You could open a couple Grandmasters and maybe you'll get a 4-star in there.
Yeah.
Too.
So I'm pretty close to having another basic ready to go. I think I'm probably gonna be back on saving mode, where I just save, and hope to run into MODOK as a science champion, and that he is amazing.
Yeah. So you're just going to build up the 5-stars right now.
Yep, I think I'm just going to
5-star shards.
Build up 5-star shards. So with that being
there's
said,
nobody I want. Unless Iceman and Archangel were coming back, there's nobody I care about.
Imperius said, don't forget, you got 1K coming in the next Wednesday from the new event. Min says, is Frojo MIA? Now, he's been making videos. He's been super busy making some fresh videos. You need to go check out all of our videos that have came out, man. A lot of good stuff. So, So yeah, I don't see anything coming that's going to cause me to have to rank a 5-star champion. The only 5-star that's going to get ranked up is going to be someone I currently have, which right now is only going to be X23. Now, I guess I could take my Hawkeye and take him on up to, what, rank 2? Yeah, I could take him up to rank 2 and then look at moving him on up a little more, but I think I'm safe to, because he's not going to be, he's not duped, so he's not a prestige bump. Overall prestige move would be to rank Quake, and I've got more than enough science coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, no kidding.
King
Yeah,
Kush.
because you got 2 that are about to expire, right?
Well, they're not quite ready to expire, but they're out there. They're in
They're
inventory.
on that way. And you only need 3 to take her to 550, so that'd still leave you with 7, which is enough to take any science from, 1-1 to 455.
Well, yeah, and I'm less than 10,000 shards away from another T4C.
Right.
So, Rain says, Drax, he's duped. Rank him. Thought about it. I'm just kind of holding off right now on Drax. I'm going to continue to hold on him because I want to see what poison immune champ I get. I have to have a poison immune, and as of right now, X23 is probably going to be that that second rank up.
Rank 4.
Yeah, I mean the thing is she's good enough at rank 3. This is kind of coming down to that Wolverine thing. She's good enough at rank 3 that I don't. Unless I just want to take her into LOL, I don't know that she has to be rank 4.
Yeah, unless you're going to do LOL, she really doesn't. Rank 3 is more than sufficient for your day-to-day needs.
She's running AQ map 6 now. She's got more than enough regen, more than enough damage. Her bleeds are solid. She's unduped. I'm not going to use an Awakening gem on her.
Right.
Believe it or not, I don't think she's going to be a champion to go up. Now that I sit here and kind of walk myself through this, I'm kind of limiting my roster by doing that, so I don't know. And Kush, no, you cannot have a 4-star and a 5-star the same champion. It's one champion. A Hulk is a Hulk, a Magic's a Magic. Diversity is different champs, not different not different star levels of champs.
Yeah, so if you want Magic, it's a 5 or a 4, not both. Bulldog, Frojo, anyone else that streams in here, would you guys ever make a video making fun of another YouTuber using their content without their permission? No. Would not. Not without their permission. I mean, I know there's roasting videos out there that do it, people like Leafy and H3H3 and stuff like that. That's not the business we're in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't see that being the case. Why iMac? And now I'm curious. Why?
Yeah, I'm curious why.
Oh, Seaton just did that. Who did he do it to? Now I'm curious.
You talking about the anonymous one? I thought that was good-natured.
Yeah, I think Seaton got permission from him. iMac is the story that I've heard.
Yeah, I heard that what we heard earlier today was that it wasn't even Seaton that made it. Somebody else made the video, and then Seaton got permission to do the voiceover for it.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's
iMac?
what he's talking about.
Oh, okay.
He says no, Seaton made a quote-unquote movie about Anonymous 2K.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier today. According to what we've heard, is somebody else made that and then gave Seaton permission to put the voiceover work on it and do like After Effects and stuff. No, he didn't. In the chat, people are saying he did it without permission. Oh, interesting. In the chat on the video, I'm gonna have to check that out. Because I was going off what I heard here when I got in here, because that was one of the first things I brought up.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. So apparently Anonymous...
I thought it was all with Anonymous's permission, but apparently not.
Yeah, apparently not. Apparently he's in our YouTube chat, and he's saying he did not give the okay.
Oh, see, I thought it was a good-natured, like, Anonymous was in on it, and everything. Interesting. Is that in the YouTube chat, you say?
Yep, that's what they're saying. Oh, wow. I didn't know Anonymous was in our YouTube chat, number one.
Either.
The chat fills up and moves around so fast so often, I don't... Interesting.
Is that the YouTube squad one?
Yeah.
It's got to be relatively recent because I got 900. Anonymous who didn't ask permission to file a car. Oh, okay, yeah, I gotcha.
Oh, apparently he joined today. Oh, okay. Because, Caleb, we don't like you. Seaton did something else extremely shady. I'm not supposed to talk about it. So this makes me more angry than others. Well, now I'm curious. You can't say things like that and me not be curious what happened. Okay, DMR News saying, start fessing up, iMac. DMR News says, SlycemGaming, needs serious advice here. Going for my first LOL run. I have Star-Lord rank 4 and X-23 rank 4. Do I take both of them? Or do I need to take 4-star Gwenpool AA or 5-star Magic? Okay, DMR, when you say Star-Lord and X-23 rank 4, I'm assuming you mean 5 stars, correct? Confirm that for me first. Omega Mutant says I need to be in the YouTube squad. Yeah, you do.
Be ready to read because there's a lot of posts.
Gosh dang it. Yeah, and a lot of people are saying Anonymous should be thanking Seaton. Because of that, he's becoming famous and getting a ton of subs out of it. You gotta, I mean, there's two different ways to look at things, I guess. So, okay, so your Star-Lord and your X-23 are 5 stars. Interesting.
Well, I haven't seen anything from Anonymous yet, but I've seen 2 posts by other people saying that he didn't ask permission.
Yeah, I'm scrolling up.
So am I. I'm at the point where iMac just posted it. Well, but it was posted before that by Tevu.
If Anonymous isn't upset, that's fine, but Seaton is basically making money off making fun of him. Yeah. Caleb says, don't like me, huh? Destroys website, deletes Skype. Now, figure that out. I'm sorry, Caleb. I meant I love you.
Okay, I just found the first actual post by Anonymous, back from 4:33 p.m.
Holy smokies. Yeah, I'm not that far back.
That was the last time. That was the. It looks like he joined just before that, though, so. I don't see anything. I don't see a post by Anonymous saying that. So I'm all the way back to where he joined. And I did not see. Oh, wait, here we go. The first person to question it was Ibrahim. Here it is. Anonymous said, no, Seaton didn't ask me anything. So according to right from the horse's mouth, no, he did not.
And I don't know that Anonymous can copyright it if Seaton revoices it all. And
well, if he makes it a transformative work, that's what generally the going thing on YouTube to be protected under fair use is it has to qualify as a transformative work. So I'm pretty sure that this would qualify. It fits very closely with other cases, both legal and just straight on YouTube that have been called. So I don't think Anonymous would have grounds for a copyright claim. I think he would not be saying the truth if he copyright claimed it, because it's perjury if you lie on those. And I think that there's enough of a transformative nature to it that it would not qualify, unfortunately.
Yeah, even Haitian says, iMac, you're 8 up, man. It's clearly fair use, and he doesn't have to ask crap. It's fair use. Yeah, doesn't
make it right.
You're right. Doesn't necessarily make it right.
There are things that are legal that are not moral, and there are things that are morally correct but not legal. The law does not always line up with morality.
Okay, and Imperius says he got permission from a guy that made the video trailer, not from Anonymous.
Okay, so now we need to find out who actually made the trailer.
Yeah. And DMR News, okay, so they're both 5 stars, and you're doing your first pass in LOL. Sorry,
Sorry to
DMR.
say, yeah, sorry to tell you, iMac, but I promise you that if he made a claim, it would be reinstated under fair use. You know, this is something I actually know quite a bit about. I've followed a number of cases on the matter. I've been very involved in the Alex Maurer DMCA thing. I've been following it since the very beginning. Sid Alpha is one of the guys I watch. And I've heard Leonard French speak on it quite a few times. So I'm quite certain that it would qualify for fair use.
Man,
Well, the vid, the parts of the stream with him, where would they have gotten the video then of him, you know, doing the opening was obviously a public stream. He streamed it or he recorded a video and he put it out there, which puts it into the public. Unless the only way that wouldn't be the case is if they like stole it off his hard drive or something. That would make it, you know, not for public consumption. But if he put it out there to the public, then it's available for a fair usage.
give me a second. I'm beating up on Wolverine. There we go.
Yeah, Nintendo is well, the thing is if you're talking about Nintendo, you know, Nintendo has an explicit, I believe they have an explicit warning about using the videos for like Let's Plays and things like that. Most other studios, the thing is like when it comes to gameplay, which is a different story than what we're talking about here, when it comes to gameplay videos, it's been treated generally as it's fair. The only time anybody really has struck it is, you know, like with Digital Homicide Studios, the cases they had with Jim Sterling and Total Biscuit, and in both of those situations, Digital Homicide lost, even when they sued Jim Sterling. And then you've got the thing that's going on with PewDiePie and the Firewatch devs, you know, and I don't think that's going to turn out in their favor either, you know, because you can't selectively. The thing is Nintendo doesn't selectively enforce. They enforce it everywhere. You know, they do not allow their product to be used in that way. But if you allow it for anybody, then you got to allow it for everybody. And I think that's what's going to end up happening in this PewDiePie case, is that it's going to be ruled that way. You can't selectively enforce. But we're not even talking about the gameplay. You know, you're talking about, you know, the vid that, you know, Anonymous's personage and the stuff that he made. He put it on YouTube, therefore it's fair game in a transformative nature use. You know, unless they overturn fair use, you know, which fair use is not a what is it? How does it put his? It's not a legal defense per se, like in court, but it has been used that way recently, you know, as these things become more and more prevalent.
Yeah. Here's what I know. There's a video made. You know, I really wish Anonymous would have given the A-OK. It sounds like, and here's the problem, is you don't know what happened. For all you know, Seaton got the OK from the guy who made it, thinking the guy got the permission from Anonymous and never asked Anonymous, never knowing Anonymous said, I don't like this video. You know, there's too much. Seaton is the third party here, and I'm not saying that to back him up. It'd be no different if somebody shared the video to me and said, dude, check this out. Look at this. And I saw it, and I laughed, and I'm like, oh, dude, this is hilarious. Can I put it on my channel? And he's like, yeah, sure, not a problem. I'm like, okay, cool. I've got his permission. I'm assuming whatever he has made, he has asked proper permissions or whatever, or is good to go. So at that point, I'm not going back and hunting down the original guy. You know, it's a very slippery slope all the way around. I don't think I don't think it's anything too crazy. I think everybody needs to chill it out just a tad, and let's find out where it all comes to wash in the next couple of days.
In a situation like this where you're talking about a third party involvement, like Seaton's involvement, when you see something like this and you ask for permission to put it on your channel, you're taking a risk in that if the video were, say, ruled to not be transformative in nature and not protected under fair use, you're going to be the one to get the copyright strike, as well as anybody else who posted it. So, there's the risk that's involved there when you're doing it. If you've done YouTube enough and you kind of have a good feel for what qualifies and what doesn't, and again, we go back to, moral versus legal. My opinion is what he did, is probably going to be safe legally. I don't think Anonymous can file a DMCA on it. He may do it and get it temporarily taken down, but I think Seaton will appeal and it will stay. Was it the right thing to do? I don't think so. If that had come across my desk and, somebody asked me if I wanted to post it on my channel, I absolutely would have reached out to Anonymous first. You know what I mean? Because it's content from his channel. If it was somebody I didn't like, that'd be a different story. But, we all seem to get along pretty well. This community is very good to each other. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of bad blood. I'm sure there's some behind-the-scenes stuff, but publicly everybody gets along, for the good of the game. Because we're a small game. We're not PUBG. We're not, Overwatch. We all kind of work together and help each other. So DMR makes another good point. We don't have any way really to verify that that's Anonymous in the chat.
Yeah.
Somebody should probably reach out to him via his YouTube channel, since we know for sure that's him.
That is a good point. And I agree with Afara. Here's the real thing. If Anonymous reaches out to Seaton
Agreed.
and says, hey, man, can you remove that? And Seaton says, nope. That's where the dick move begins,
Yeah, then we've got a real issue. Exactly. Hey, I just looked at the time. I got to get going. Past my bedtime. Got to get up early, of course. So,
Sure.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. It was a fun night, as usual, and I'll catch you tomorrow.
All right, take care, brother.
Night, everybody.
See you, man. It's just a lot of he said, she said, they said, he said, maybe they said, so on and so forth. So, all right, let's see. Oh, man. We've been up for a little over 2 hours. I'm perfectly fine with it. Still feeling pretty fresh, but we're going to get ready to start looking at heading out of here. DMR, back to your question about LOL. I'm not trying to avoid it. It's such a hard question. There's a large part of me that I would take 2 champs. I would take 2 different attackers as long as you meet the attack to get the longer enrage timer. I don't know. I would take the 2 champs. Believe me, I've thought about it many times. If I could field an entire team of people capable of going into LOL and just straight running, I believe it saves you units. And my reasoning behind that is I can revive 5 people for 100 units. I can revive 1 person for 40. So 5 divided by 20 is a 20 unit cost. Which is much, much cheaper than the 40. It's half price. So that's kind of how I look at things. If you can put it together and you can put together an entire team that could each take off good chunks of the opponent's health, I'd say you're probably in a much better position. Oops, way too soon. Alright. Imperius, I did 3 pass, and 2/3 pass, I took 2 attackers. Starlord and Gwenpool ranked 4 or 5s. Yeah, so that's kind of what I think. DMR, IMAX, stop and think. If Seaton has 80k subs and Anonymous can benefit from that, what's wrong with that? A million views don't even make $200 these days. Well, I don't know about that, DMR. That number could be off a little bit, but we'll go from there. The Battle of the Limbos. There we go. Aspire, imagine you borrow money from dude A, but dude A borrow that money from dude B. How are you in the wrong? Okay. Yes and no. I mean, here's my problem. My Mac, everybody else shouldn't be stupid. I mean, I guess what it is. Arthur once says Slice is making plenty, millions of dollars. Dude, I wish. If I was making just enough to cover my bills, I would be here all day, every day. Trust me. I love doing this. This is what I enjoy doing, and it's kind of one of those things where maybe in due time we can get to that point where it is what I can do. We'll see. I don't know. Yep. Alright, DMR News says SlycemGaming. The synergy is 2 Yellow Jacket and 1 Ant-Man, which gives me the full time. We're just trying to figure out how to deal with magic. You don't deal with magic, DMR. You can take your... I mean, you don't. You're just going to die. You use, what is it, pacifism or whatever it is? Stupefy, I can't ever remember. And you turn around and you stun, and you hope you don't trigger a limbo. I do, R31. Matter of fact, if you want, R31, I can give you the link, and you can go pay that electric bill. It's kind of pricey. But if you want to pay it, or you could just donate it here on the stream, and you can beat the raid boss, and we can give away some random prize, whether it's an Alliance Health Potion, an energy refill or 2. You know, we've got a couple ideas out there, so... So, yeah. But yeah, nope. Kill a raid boss, subscribers, likes, sponsors. You guys are no fun. Alright, where are we at? Let's see. Oh, so close to 1 million, the next milestone. And I know if I don't do it tonight, I'm probably not going to do it. Let's do it this way. Where's my team of chicks? Ooh, I've still got some 5 stars I can run too. I'll do them next. Let's see. Min says, what do you think the cutoff will be for Iceman round 2? Man, I am not sure. I'm a little scared. I want to believe that the cutoff is going to go down, but I'm afraid the pool could go down. We had such a big pool last time that the pool really helped keep the cutoff down. And I say that, and the cutoff was still 6.8 million. So what's going to happen to the pool, or what's going to happen to the cutoff if the pool goes down? I don't know, man. People are still putting up big numbers. I'm afraid this is one that could get nasty. And I don't like that at all, but I'm afraid that could very well be the case. Alright. Let's see here. DMR, SlycemGaming, AA will eat her up. Gwenpool will power lock, and Magic will power lock, which, yep, I agree. Okay, Pacify, that's what I thought. I couldn't remember. Pretty sure I said Pacify first, though. Hard31 says I need a pacifier. Mommy of 72,001 is not around. Or she could have probably helped you out, man. Kapowie! Pacifism. iMac, go to 1.5 Sly, only takes like 20 matches and you'll get a ton more BC. Haitian says, where is T. Ricky? You know, I don't know where T. Ricky's been. Probably, I'd imagine, I've been busy. Look, iMac, I get it. At the same time, though, um, there's always a way to do things. Just be smart. Really, Spider-Gwen? Come on now. Dang, that Spider-Gwen heavy damage. There she goes. R31. iMac, too funny. All right. I'm saying go to 1.5 slot. It only takes like 20 matches and you'll get a ton more battle chips. Yeah, I need battle chips. Not that I need them for anything in particular, just need battle chips. Oh, I forgot to do 5 stars. Dang it. I'm not used to it. Oh, did I? Well, it's good. It's because I needed to read it twice. That's what I heard, iMac. I need to remind myself. Oh, my back hurts. What time is it? Alright, we got a little bit of time left. By the way, guys, we did, I know I said it earlier, some of you guys are just not getting around, so I do want to say thanks for all the help. We passed that 2,000 subscriber mark. Super excited about that. And I want to say thanks to everybody that's been around and helped. Super awesome. Haitian says, are you a mod in Anonymous' stream too, iMac? Too funny. That's kind of funny. You gotta be kidding me, Rhino. Leave me alone. Oh my gosh. There we go. Max says, I wouldn't care if it was Joe Smith Blowhole. I'd still defend the person getting screwed over. Haitian saying he should then thank Seaton. Hey, Max saying I'd even defend Dummy Sly over here. James says, what is Frogina's punishment? We don't know yet. Paul, go get you one, man. Go pick up a shirt. You can go get one of them right here. Is this the right command? Oh, Adam Marco got it. There you go. Thank you, Marco. Go check them out. Get you. They got them like from small to like 5XL or something like that. And then there's the hoodies too. So go check them out. Uh-oh. Go pick you up 1 or 2 or 5. Won't hurt my feelings, I promise. Ooh. There we go. Z says stay grinding. Yeah, I'm working on it. So not true. So not true, Caleb. Haitian says, when is the iPhone giveaway for the iPhone cover sale? You know what? When we make enough off of them that I can do that, sure. Sure, Haitian. Alright, guys. It is that time. I think I'm going to get up out of here. Oh, actually, you know what? I'll do these 5 stars real quick and then get ready to jet. Do I got anybody I can pair up here? Alright, looks like Captain America it is. Alright. Hey, when can we get together on the Nerf Brian Grant merchandise? Let's knock about in front of iMac, though. You know, I'll see what I can do. Greg says, my understanding is that all the SGA Alliance members will receive new iPhones. I'll send my address to you in line. Uh-huh. Caleb, I'll, here, hold on. I'll add you to it right meow. Uh-oh. Well, as soon as I get done beating up Rhino, hopefully. Stupid Rhino. There he is. Rhino down. Alright, let's see here if I can get you added. Add friends to the chat. Caleb. Alright, Caleb. There you go. See there? Invite sent. Alright, final fight here. Final fight! You guys get a commercial for this. I need the 20 cents. If it's even, I don't even think it's 20 cents. I need the 5 cents. I need my nickel. There we go. All right. There we go. Some arena grind done tonight. I'm getting ready to go ahead and call it, head out of here. I am going to actually be working on some video series. Yes, that's right. I'm finally going to do videos. We'll go from there. So, all right, guys. Again, do me a favor. You know, you can always go check it out. We got our shirts. And, what is it? Phone? I don't remember. I'll let somebody else figure the commands out. I hate it. Oh, there it is. There it is, the iPhone case. Yep. So anyways, go check it out, guys. Again, go Phil to get some SlycemGaming gear. Help us out. Outside of that, I hope everybody else enjoyed the stream. Do us a favor, tell as many people as you can about us, and don't forget, from now on, we're going to have that raid boss, or the chat boss, or whatever the heck it's called. I am out of here for tonight. I'll be catching you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll be alive a couple times during the day. So, all right, guys. Thank you all so much, and until next time, y'all take it easy. Take care.